the social media influencer and rockstar killer. Maria, from Miami. And Lucy, aspiring actress. Sydney, hip-hop lover and writer, so I'm told. And my quiet one, Mackenzie. Well, hello, ladies. I'm Bella. I have a question for everyone. Why do you think rich men cheat? Control.
I'm going home.
Don't go.
Attention.
You bring the total package to the table. You just need the right friends.
Are you my friend?
No, but you can be mine.
And power.
I stuck my neck out for you.
Thank you!
And I pulled the strings to get you onto this show.
Take all three away, and he becomes desperate.
So, what's with the apples?
Well, it represents knowledge, wisdom, beauty, and power. Here, you will learn how to gain ownership of all.
I'm gonna send you the money for the ticket, and I already have your room set up at the Palms.
You do that, babe.
Because once you have possession of the apple, no man alive will have power over you.
You make it sound so easy.
Oh, it's not easy.
Brett, look, I'm sorry.
Save it! Save it!
I get no auditions.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I get no callbacks.
I really need to get upstairs. They stole all my money.
I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you're no better than the rest of us.
Right now, they have a do not disturb until this afternoon. If they call you, great.
How is he gonna call me, Peter?
If not, charge it to the game.
Make no mistake, ladies. In order to succeed in this game, you must be willing to play it out till the very end.
This business is all types of savage. What are you doing?
But if you follow my blueprint, I guarantee you will become a millionaire within the next 3 years. Possibly way earlier. So, are you ready to take that step?
Another day, another dollar. Ain't about money, don't you holler. 100 miles and racing, and that money conversation be my only motivation, yeah.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Catherine Nunez, and you're watching Real Talk with the director and the counsel on the IE network.
Real Talk.
Hey, I'm Gina Lou, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Real Talk.
Hi, this is Alana De La Garza, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, this is Monique Capri, and you are watching Real Talk with the Director on Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, I'm Stormy Maya, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
It's Vicky Judy, Orange is the New Black, and I'm here with Real Talk.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. Keep it locked.
Hi, I'm Trina Parks, and you're listening to Real Talk Radio with the Director. Hey, I'm Issa Rae, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And nothing less. Welcome back to Real Talk with the Director and the Jedi Council. I'm the Director, and I'll be with you for the next 120 minutes or so. Real Talk's brought to you each and every Monday by B2S Media. We broadcast live via the World Wide Web on youtube.com/IE Network TV and Facebook, aka Meta, the social network itself, and of course Twitter. Soon to be some more markets opening up very soon. we'll probably be making our return to Dollhouse Radio soon. We're in the works of that. Dollhouse Media now. They're gonna call them Dollhouse Media Group, not Dollhouse Dollhouse Radio anymore. So, thanks for coming back, people. So we got a nice show lined up for you. I want to discuss a couple things. We'll do a quick little Black Adam non-spoiler review a little bit later. I'm trying to see if I'm not sure if Kev's gonna be on, but I'm gonna try to see if Kev comes on. And we also have a guest later today, later this evening. Our boy, the friend of the show, Demetrius Angelo. He's a writer, director, producer, martial artist, actor, Renaissance man, and he is also a director of a very successful film festival / showcase called the Urban Action Showcase. And he will be on later to give us some. That's going to be the Urban Action this year is taking place November 4th and 5th, I believe. And we'll get some more info on that. And I tell you, it's always I get so upset since I've been south. I have been able to make it up there to it. But it's always a delight. Always a delight. Urban Action Expo, Urban Action Showcase Film Festival. It's got a lot going on. This brother has been doing this for over 10 years strong and putting in that work, showcasing and not only showcasing, some of the new film directors, Black and urban and people of color, film, directors and makers, but also highlighting some of the greats of our time. They've highlighted people and they've honored people like, Wesley Snipes and Michael Jai White, whole bunch of people, of course, Timok from The Last Dragon, who's aging backwards, by the way. That man looks like he's in his 30s and he's in his 50s. The man is taking great care of his body. He's in great shape. The man looks young. That's awesome. But so he'll be dropping by a little later. Not Timok, but Demetrius Angelo. Maybe we'll get Timok one day soon. And he'll come talk about that. Also, we have like I said, the Black Adam. I can't wait for Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Got my tickets. So did you get your tickets, by the way? Did y'all get your tickets for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever? All right. You better get them if they're not sold out. Better get them. But Black Adam, I definitely want to talk a little bit about that. And that's a good segue. We'll just quickly run down the weekend and other stuff that's going on too, of course, the trending topics as we go through things that are going on in the film world. I mean, it's quite a few things, in the movie news and trending topics, and I will definitely go over all of that. Let's see what else we got. And I'm not sure if we're going to continue we were supposed to continue the tournament today. I know Ralph is going to be a little late, so I'm not sure if we're going to continue the tournament. We may pick it up next week, but we'll see. We'll see. He said, "Loved Black." Who says this? I said, "I loved Black Adam." Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. I enjoyed it as well. I really liked it. I'll be going back to see it again. And shout out to the chat room. Hey, what up, Reese? Shout out to the chat room. John, how you doing? Thank you for coming back. Of course, our boy Joseph, always holding down the chat room. Everybody has come through. Appreciate you. Yeah, so Black Adam was, and I'll get a little more into it when I bring on Kev, I'm bring on Ralph, but I enjoyed it a lot. I really did. And we'll go. Hey, what's up, Miss Char? What up? Thank you for coming back. And Joseph, you know it. You already know what's up. So yeah, man. So let's go on the weekend recap real quick for the weekend of October 21st to the 23rd. Number 5 on the list was Loud Loud Crocodile. I still can't believe they made a movie. Loud Loud Crocodile. I used to read. My mother used to read that book to me. And number 4 is Halloween Ends. Made 8 million over this weekend. Brings the total worldwide to 82 million. Now remember that came out at the same time as it did on Peacock, so it's actually not bad, being that it was, up against Peacock, where same day and date. So that ain't too bad actually. Smile made another 8.5 million, which brings it to 167 million grand total worldwide. Then we have Ticket to Paradise, made 16 mil over the weekend. Okay. Universal Pictures. The worst couple teams ever travels Bali to stop the daughter for. Okay. So is this a comedy or what? I never really heard of this one. But it made good money for opening. It was the opening weekend, I think. Cool. And of course, number 1, as we talked about, Black Adam. Opening weekend for it. It made a total of right now it's at 209 million worldwide for its opening weekend. Only it made 67 million domestic, only 31%, and 142.9 million dollars international. We talked about this last week. I think it was off air. International don't be playing. I told you, I knew they were gonna make that kind of money internationally. They always make, most of these movies make more money internationally because they kind of two things. They kind of appreciate our movies a lot, and the other is they also they're back outside more than the United States. What up, Heaven Hollywood? What's going on?
What's up?
I didn't even see you there. I was on the other screen. I'm like, hey, what's going on?
To be.
Yeah. Heaven Hollywood's in the building. And we'll definitely. I think Kev is actually out here too. Let me see if I can bring him in. Kev, what up? See if he's. I know he's like doing some things, so he's a little, but he's here. He'll answer when he gets a chance. He might be in a little loud area. So what's going on?
What's up, people? Miss Shaw, what's up? Reese, what's up? Give honor to the Real Talk family. My boy Kev, Ralph,
yeah.
the director.
Yeah.
So everybody.
Oh, we got a new. What up, Kev? We got a new member. Who's this? Let me find this new member here. Where'd she go? There we go. Christian Perez.
All right.
Thank you very much for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Welcome. And definitely hang around. You're gonna be getting exclusive content on the members only. You get it straight from Heaven Hollywood, who's right here as our guest host tonight. And we got some exclusive stuff coming from Real Talk.
Yeah,
we'll be doing some
we'll be exclusive content as well.
Right.
So
we're gonna start doing digging in and doing what we do, giving you some videos on some of the upcoming shows, some insight. And we're gonna start doing some reaction videos. We'll start putting that on the members only side. So, when the reaction videos come out, I'm gonna be the first to report on Black Panther Wakanda Forever as soon as I go check it out. So, yeah, man. So since you're here, we'll start off with I usually do my trending topics. Let's just see what is actually going on out in the world.
okay.
as we know, I mean, can we find something to talk about other than Kanye West?
Yeah. Kanye's always seems to be trending every day, but some more people pulled out, on Kanye.
Oh yeah, we know. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's more, and there's more where that came from. There's people,
Right.
people coming out. I was just talking about the latest Halloween, which actually came out on Peacock at the same time it came out in the movie theaters. So it actually did pretty good numbers for that, being that it was up against itself on Peacock. So that the last Halloween, it's called Halloween Ends, and we talked a little bit about it last week. And but I think it's doing decent numbers. There's a lot of people, a lot of mixed reviews on it as far as how they feel about it, but I think it was wrapped up pretty good. A little bit different from all the other Halloweens,
Right.
meaning like it was a little bit more of a twist to it. And I guess at this point most people have probably seen it, so I'll briefly just kind of so in this one, what people complained about and what I thought wasn't really that bad of a move. I think they needed more time in the movie, but they, Michael Myers obviously is in it, and obviously, Jamie Lee Curtis, and it picks up from the last one, Halloween Kills, but it's 4 years later. They time jump 4 years later. Michael has kind of disappeared again, and he's, kind of just hanging out in the area. Periodically somebody might come up missing or something like that, and people don't know, but he hasn't come back in 4 years. And basically, you got this. They kind of just shifted the plot a little bit to kind of focus on this kid this guy he's babysitting a kid, and he accidentally the kid dies. He actually kills the kid. Accidentally kills the kid. The kid was like locked him up in the attic playing around, and he like busts the attic open to try to get out the door. The door hits the kid, and the kid falls down the stairs and dies. So it's like, which was a pretty shock in the beginning of the movie, right? So then he's like condemned by the town. He went to jail for a little while, but then he ended up, getting off a little bit. He didn't get off. He went to jail for some time, but he did get off a little bit because it wasn't deemed an accident,
Right.
And then he's like outcast or whatever, and it's pretty cool. But the twist about it was he ran into Michael Myers because Michael Myers been living in the sewers of the town, like, right, and I guess kind of like trying to rejuvenate, because he's from that last one. He got beat up pretty bad, like they really chopped his fingers off, and all types of stuff had happened in that last one.
Right.
So it kind of leads to believe like Michael Myers is a mystery, right? But it seems like him killing kind of keeps him going, right? So if he ain't killed in all of these times, it's like it almost seemed like he was a little bit weaker than normal, you know what I mean? So he runs into the kid, and ironically he doesn't kill the kid. They kind of lock eyes, and I think they give the impression that Michael saw something in this kid, like what was in him, because this kid started killing people basically in the town.
Well, when you think back, with Michael Myers, he really hadn't killed many kids. Like every single time kids are in the movie.
I don't think he's ever killed any kid. Yeah,
I don't think he's ever killed a kid.
He's never killed a kid, and I call this guy a kid. At this point, the guy is like a young adult. He's an adult now, but still, like, you're right about that. Michael Myers has never killed any kids. So this dude right here has already this dude has already broke the rule because he killed a kid, but he didn't kill a kid on purpose. He killed the kid by accident, but still. But anyhow, long story short, it kind of tries to be more character driven of a film, and it kind of tells a little. It's like telling another parallel, because we know Michael's story, we know Laurie's story, we know these stories, so they kind of took a little time to tell this dude's story a little bit, and then he actually weirdly kind of becomes like a protege of Michael Myers in a way, meaning like he's seeing a Michael and he's trying to go out and emulate what Michael Myers was doing. So it was definitely a little bit different, a little bit different. Some people hated it because they just want to see like a slash fest. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Michael
Right.
Myers, he should be just killing everybody. But I mean, this dude is Michael Myers is like in his 60s by now, right? Something like that. Like,
Gotta
it's
be.
like so. I mean, he's not gonna be doing what he used to always do.
He just wants to kill his sister that he hadn't been able to kill in 40 years.
Yeah, I just saw a meme like that where there was a meme of Michael Myers sitting next to Jason, and he's like, "You know your problem, Jason? You chase too many girls. I've been chasing the same chick for 30 years."
Right.
He's like, "Jason be chasing too many chicks." Yeah. So anyway, so that's pretty much that. Also, what else happened this week? It was a little more. Mostly people talking about Black Adam, the new film starring The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. It's done some good numbers. We talked about last week. We were trying to predict. We didn't predict on the air. Me and Ralph and Kev. We didn't predict on the air, but we did make some predictions, and the numbers are good. Opening weekend worldwide, he's brought back over $200 million.
All right.
So
What's the biggest movie of the weekend?
it was Black Adam. Yeah,
it was Black Adam.
It was Black Adam. Yeah, it took in 200 million over the opening weekend worldwide. Internationally, it was over. And I talk about, internationally, they're a little more outside than us overseas. So they're going back to the theaters more than we are, and they really appreciate the films that come from over here, and especially when it has international actors in it. So they go out and support, and that's how you always get like international made 142 million, almost 143 million dollars international, and 67 million domestic, which brings it to the 209.9, almost 210 million. And that's not shabby for the opening weekend. That's good. As it just opened on Thursday.
So it looks like your Jedi Council is in the building to find out are they ready to come through?
Yeah, I see Ralph there. I see Ralph. I see Kev. But let's get into Power real quick. So the Power finale
was over. We'll see them again in 2025.
Right. I say Power. Obviously, it's Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and it was the season finale. And I unfortunately, to me, it's become it's risen to the top of the Power universe for me. I believe it's the best show right now. It has the best writing. It has the best acting.
Actors, yeah. I'm telling you, I wanted to wait until this season was over, but at the end of season 2 of Power, and at the end of season 2 of Raising Kanan's a better show.
If you're only judging those 2 seasons,
first 2 seasons, Raising Kanan is a better show.
Better show is now, maybe because they've had all this time to get it right, maybe and and also it could also be because the Raising Kanan, Raising Kanan and Force, they got 2 different showrunners. They broke away from Courtney Kemp to do these shows. So Courtney Kemp was the showrunner. She won't be for season 3, but she was a showrunner for book 2, Ghost. So we'll see how that changes and see if it gets any better now that Courtney Kemp is no longer the showrunner of season 3. But yeah, maybe it's a number of things, and also because it's not easy to write a period piece. They had to, when you write, I think Raising Kanan has the toughest job. The writers of Raising Kanan have the toughest job because they have to remember to connect all of the stuff that's going to happen.
Exactly.
Because they, right now they're going back and telling you Kanan's story, but they can't get too much in the Kanan's story without remembering the stuff that's already been told and revealed about Kanan and stuff like that. The only good thing about it is, with the exception of Kanan and Jukebox, everyone else are new characters, so we never knew their stories. So they can go anywhere with it that they want to. But Kanan and Jukebox, that's still a tough task because you gotta everyone ask, and he even addressed it on the show with his voiceover. Everyone wants to know, when does Jukebox go dark? When does she turn? They always talk about that woman crazy. She crazy.
She already dark.
No, she not, but she ain't turned yet. She's getting there.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the way she was in Power. She was soulless.
And Power, in Power, it was, you have to find out what made even Ghost and Tommy was like kind of scared of her. Like Ghost and Tommy was like, man, Jukebox is crazy. They even said it. I mean, so it's something that happened. I know this first thing with the church that started it, but I'm thinking somewhere along the line, I think Marvin's gonna get picked off, and I think they're gonna have gotten close again, and then Marvin's going to go, and then I think that's what's gonna happen.
Marvin's gonna get bodied. I got a feeling when we come back next season, Marvin ain't gonna be around, and that's the thing that's gonna push over the edge because she's gonna be like you said all we got is each other, and now you gone, and she's the type to take things literally, even though it's physically nothing dude can't do if he go and his clock get punched. So and y'all gotta excuse me, my neighbor is I'm in the hospital and my neighbor is a moaner.
Oh,
okay,
Lord.
got you.
Oh God, yeah, no one. Don't worry about it. So Kaya baby says, I thought Raising Kanan was going to be my least favorite, but it's now the best out of the Power universe. Yeah,
totally agree. And when it first started, I'm like,
it took me a few weeks to jump on it. It took me a few weeks to jump on it.
I was contemplating like, do I want to see it? Because I know how it turns out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if I even really want to watch it. But then after when it got to maybe like the 7th or 8th episode of the first season, I was like, okay, I see what they're doing with this.
Wow, it took y'all.
It took me a while.
Yeah, it took me a few weeks. As a matter of fact, it took me longer than a few weeks because I watched it after the first season was over, I think. Because I believe you the one who told me about it. You was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Check it out.
Yeah,
so I checked it out. I said, by the time I got so far, I was like, I'm just gonna wait and binge it. And that's what I did. I sat down and binged it from beginning to end of the first season. I was like, wow, this is good. I'm like, I'm glad. I'm mad I missed it, but I'm glad I missed it because I'd have been mad having to wait every week. Now I have to wait every week, and I hate it. I like binging. So
I liked it from jump. The only thing and it's funny because now it's the reverse. I liked it from jump, and I still like it now. But I like Rock even like I Rock needs to get shot in the face.
Yeah, and she said, maybe I'll go back and watch because I fell off. Yeah,
man, I'll tell you that
that
girl. I'm tell you one thing about Patina Millen. Shout out to her.
Patina
she
Millen,
needs some awards. She needs some awards, man, because
yeah,
she is killing that. I mean, all of them are. I mean, all of those actors. I mean, they're absolutely running circles around the rest of the Power universe, with the exception of Amari. Like they're running circles around everyone else.
And the exception of Force. Like Force was good.
Yeah, they got some pretty good actors. They got some good actors in Force. The guy who plays the Irish father, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
I love how Rock told
they got decent actors. They're not all great, but some of them, Tommy, Joe Sikora can act. And plus he really can be Tommy. He knows that character so well now. So
Kev, you talking about I know you talking about the showdown with Rock and Lou.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yo, when she woke up on him, like, look, nigga, I own you. I'm tired
that was wild.
That was rough.
The way she went.
That was tough. That was tough. Yeah. The dialogue of it just maybe if you can get the dialogue without showing the actual footage. But let me tell you something, man.
Yeah.
That if I it was like it was like she didn't want to do it like that. But like I keep trying to show you hints, but you just not getting it.
You ain't getting it.
So let me tell you plain and simple.
But wait, brother. But how she put it though? She said we keep going around in circles.
Right.
We keep having the same conversation.
The same conversation.
And
you're gonna get up and say you're done, and then walk away like something's gonna happen that ain't never gonna happen. You ain't going nowhere because you ain't got nowhere to go. Say, oh man.
Yeah. She said you ain't going nowhere.
Break it down to you plain and simple.
Terrible.
You nigga.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. This show, what I love about this show is that this show, I love it and I hate it. This show puts a lot of our business out in the street. If we keep it at a buck, it puts a lot of our business out in the street. Like it's some things the white folks don't need to know.
Some things the white folks don't need to know. But yeah, I think the show is that scene alone could get her an award nomination. I think that's one of the only shows of the Power universe that did get nominated for an award. I think it did get nominated for some award or something like that.
And you see people, even people's comments in here. If you go all the way around, it's like that. It's like Rock is one of the first main stars that a lot of people like, yo, I'm ready for her to get shot. You know what I mean?
Yo, she's raw. But here's the funny thing though. I'm gonna tell you like this. If Rock died, it won't be them other ones won't be too far behind. She still keeps that family running. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're all afraid of her, or they all respect her to that level, because none of them can lead. Right. None of them can lead. They can't make. They can't. Right, as she always say, y'all don't eat. They can't make the tough decisions. You know what I mean? So as you can see, they wouldn't even when they thought that Scrap was a snitch, they wouldn't have killed them. They wouldn't have did it, and she had to do it. Even though it was a mistake, and she said that in that scene, I gotta hold that. I gotta live with
hold that, and I gotta move on. Can you do that, nigga?
Right? Can you move on? I have to hold that. I made that mistake. So she admitted, I'm not. She didn't have to admit that to him, because the only person who told her, because no one knew. She, Howard told her she could have kept that a secret.
And you saw the look on his face though, when she told him. You saw the look on his face, right?
Yeah.
Said, oh man,
he was hurt. He's like, oh my god, and she's like, I made that mistake.
Absolutely. I'm looking. Sorry about that. I was looking at what they were saying. Had to. That's so true. So true. I talk about that all the time.
Plot holes.
Too many holes. That's the one thing about. That's the one thing about Power Ghost. It's got the best chicks now, but it's got the worst storyline. They're not tying. There's too many stuff that they don't tie together. And too much
they got
don't
too
make
much
sense.
going on there.
But we'll get to that another day because I'll be going off on tangent like why Kane is dark skinned and all the other kids are light skinned, but we won't get on that.
Kane, yeah, right.
Day for another day.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. And
So,
people were like, yeah, they said Killer Rock, lets me forget about Ghost. Well,
Rock,
let's be honest.
Rock
She is definitely the
he's
best
closest thing to
character
Ghost.
now.
Yeah.
She's the best character now in the Power universe. Even better than Tommy, because we know Tommy. We know how Tommy do. And even Tommy's show started getting a little bit unrealistic. Tommy's show kind of carries that original Power energy where they be shooting people up in broad daylight and stuff like that. And,
Tommy's out there by himself in Chicago and he takes on a whole. Come on.
Yeah.
I
I love watching it.
We love the killing now. We love the action.
I love.
But Tommy's a real shooter though. That's what real shooters do.
Yeah, but of course.
But you're going.
What I mean is like
families.
He out there. He out there. There was a couple of.
It's not going to be too many times you gonna come out of that. You in a strange town. Just try going to a strange town right now by yourself and just start talking shit to everybody. You gonna get jumped. Like you're going to get jumped. Like
I'm sorry. What's
so?
You can disappear.
Just try going to like a strange town right now by yourself. And move in there and be like, this is I'm taking over this.
Bro, I'll raise you one on that. When I
Chicago
first came
on top of that. Come on.
When I first moved to Suffolk County, Long Island, moved to Deer Park, where I was born. But I spent most of my childhood years in Hempstead. When I moved back to Deer Park, I wasn't even talking mess. I just walked up to the community center. And I had my dookie rope chain on, and I had my sheepskin on, and I was walking up in there like Hempstead, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got jumped. I got jumped. Word up. I didn't give up my coat. And I didn't give up my chain, but I got jumped. Which maybe I should have gave up my coat and my chain, and I wouldn't have got jumped. But that's a whole other story. But anyway,
about killing D-Wit. Yeah. So back to the before we go off track, Lou. We'll go through the characters and how he ended up. Like I said, all of them were great. Lou really the second season really took on. He really sold the Lou thing. He really sold it in season 1 as well, but. For him to transform from the tough, serious Lou to more like the, transparent, the more sensitive.
Yeah, he's the one that really wants to kind of get out because he feels like he could do something else,
Right.
So,
well, you saw early on how he didn't want Rock money mixed up with the business because he know the show starts from there.
Yeah,
right.
He know that he didn't really want.
He didn't want to kill D-Wiz. Like he didn't want to kill D-Wiz.
Nah, he didn't. He didn't want to. I mean, he's a good soldier. He does what he's told, but he has ambition. See, Marvin don't have ambition really. Marvin wants to change his life now because he's found a little bit of something, a little bit of ambition.
Right.
From and he probably also feels that way because of the. The young lady that was the counselor who now has got killed. He's actually and as you see, it came full circle. His anger management classes came full circle and might have saved his life.
It saved his life because that dude that he was nice to and coming in the wheelchair, he pulled him in because he was nice that day. If he had been mean to him that day, that dude wouldn't have called him in there and saved his life. He'd have been done. He'd have been done.
Yeah, they would have got to him. They'd have sprayed him right on that door. So, and he was, so it came full circle. And that's another thing I think it's going to help kind of change his attitude a little bit. Rock is she's just seeing green. That's all she wants. She wants to,
I think
you
Rock
know.
ultimately is going. She's gonna have to die. I think
Well,
because
it's called power for a reason, right? She's becoming a little power hungry. She already want to expand. Y'all just got the jersey. Now you want to go all the way.
right, we're gonna be
You ain't even
worldwide.
got
Like,
jersey on lock.
nope.
You in a war with the Jersey people, and you want to go down south already?
Right,
Like,
yeah, Rock thinking that can't nobody like ain't nobody gonna mess with us. Y'all ain't known like that.
think about how fast she's moving. When Kanan went, when Kanan shot his father, and they took him down south. It was only 6 months later when she brought him back. That's between season 1 and season 2. 6 months later, and they had all that set, basically the Carter set up. You know what I mean? They had the whole building taken over. That was at the end of the season 1. You saw they took over the building, and then 6 months later, business was booming for them. They had to be. She's able to buy a house cash. You
But you
know,
gotta remember that was the height of. If they're talking about that time that they're talking about, that was just about at the bubble of crack. So,
it
Yeah,
was.
and
that's
here's
what that's
the
what it's
down
turning.
is with that being with at that point we are at the bubble of crack is that Rock is not seeing that it's about to be
It's
over.
changing. Yeah.
And Unique sees it. Unique sees it.
Unique sees it. Unique sees it. He's like, yo,
Cause
it's
Nick's
time
in
to.
them streets. The Rock ain't
Yeah.
in them streets like
And I
that.
like that. Yeah. Neek and then this comment here says Joey Badass is killing it as Unique. Great
Killing it,
adversary for Rock. Yeah, he is.
So
He
glad he
is.
came from Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I'm glad he is. I was sad to lose him, but then I was happy he's doing such a better job over here
He's killing
because
it, man.
he'd have got lost in that show because Inspector Deck ain't a main, he's not a main character like that.
Right.
So
That's why I love Unique's character.
yeah.
And it's funny how they went
Yep.
from
See, they saw it right there. Unique foreshadowing the end of
foreshadowing the
crack.
end of
Yep.
it. He said, no, but
Yep.
old head's doing it now. So
Yep.
he's going to be able to foresee stuff. And probably next season, he going to probably tell Rock, we got to get up out this crack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's going to probably tell, yo, it's the heroin is not a move or coke.
Right. Or,
I mean,
or
he's going to get her, to move
pills.
on, whatever.
Pills going to start coming into play.
The funny thing is,
she's not going to listen.
She ain't gonna listen.
You don't think she's gonna listen?
Nope.
The funny thing is, it goes back to when people are saying, is Rock gonna still be alive, be in jail, or die? Because it takes you back to that episode in Power when 50 came in, when Kanan came in, and he was like, sorry, I'm late, or whatever. Yes, I had to check my mom's first, and then I came by here. Now, New Yorkers, I know New Yorkers, when we go to somebody's grave, we say, yo, I had to go check my, like, it's like they're still alive. Like, we had to go see somebody at the grave, I went to check my mother, or whatever. So, or it could have been, she in jail, I went to go check my mom's, right? Or she's still alive, I had to go check my mom. So
I'm going to tell you what it is. He went to go check her because he know where she is. She ain't even she's unmarked grave.
Here's my only thing with that. The reason why I think she's dead is that neither one of them said, well, how's she doing?
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So usually if she's in jail, they would have been like, how's she holding up? How's your mom's doing? Or if she was somewhere, how's she doing? So he came and said, I'm going to check my mom's. So they know where what's up with his mother. They know if she's dead, in jail, or living. I'm going to say I think she's dead.
Yeah. Here's an interesting take. This one here, he said, Doc said, Killer Rock will take out Unique. We're about to see a ruthless, cold-blooded Rock next season. Oh man, maybe because she got shot. Now I don't know if she'll take him out. Right. I don't know if she might. She might be. She's cold-blooded. She is cold-blooded. Now she done got shot. She You might actually see her. We just said that she ain't in these streets like Unique. You might actually see her hit the block again and get out there. You know, she might go take care of them Italians herself. And I think Hev got frozen over there.
I got something to say about that. Now I know they had for story purposes, they had to do this the way they did it. But if keeping it a buck about people, particularly from Queens, if they rolling on your set, they're not rolling on your set the way they did and just gonna do some. They did a drive by like they was shooting up some dudes on the block, like some sloppy work. That was real sloppy. Like I'm very surprised that they didn't run up in that building and lay everybody down. Like
that's what they should have did.
Like the way, because the way they are, the type of shooters that they are, the type of shooters that they just roll by and spray the block. I thought when they was putting the ski mask and stuff on,
they were gonna run up in the spot. Yeah, that's true. Tox says Rock have to protect her secret. That's true too. That's gonna eventually have to come into play because apparently none of them knew she was a CI.
And how's Neat gonna respond when he found out she was a snitch? That's like totally against what he does.
What he does, he literally didn't snitch on them and put his life in danger. He put himself in the line of fire.
Self in danger, family in danger, and if Rock ends up killing him, that's gonna be messed up.
Well, no, that means Kanan ain't gonna kill her.
No,
he gonna kill her. He gonna kill Rock. It's one or two people.
Who do you think, Neat?
It's gonna be Unique or it's gonna be Kanan.
Yeah.
If Unique kill Rock, then Kanan will probably kill Unique. See, this whole thing coming back in season 3 is gonna be crazy because Kanan, set up Unique. Unique tried to kill Lou. Basically, Rock set up Unique.
Eventually, all that stuff's gonna have to come out. Eventually, they said a great twist would be Jukebox killing Detective Burke. I'll take anybody. That crackhead could have killed her. I'll take anybody killing Detective Burke. She is now becoming the female version of Sax. Getting on my damn nerves. She needs to be
Sax
out of
been in
there
there forever and ain't got taken out yet.
But we need Burke because Burke is going to be the setup. It's either Burke or what's her face's father is going to be the setup for Jukebox getting in the force.
Yeah, well, possibly. But we don't know where she may start off in the force. In New York, and then end up transferring to DC because eventually she's in DC. But
well, this is what's going to happen. See, what's going to happen is Jukebox is going to be pressed, or something's going to happen to go get her pressed, where she's going to need to disappear. What other better way than to disappear inside the police force? I think Burke is going to become dirty because they got all these people coming at her. She ain't got no choice but to become dirty. She can't.
She's dirty now. He told that. Didn't that man tell her to take her ass home and leave it alone?
Yeah.
And she paid off the crackhead. She paid the crackhead money.
That's dirty right there.
Yeah.
That's Kia asked. They're allowed to give CI money. They got funds.
He ain't her CI.
Yeah, but he wasn't a CI yet. He just said
he's not her CI.
He had that's why she looked around to make sure nobody saw her. He's not officially her CI yet. He's supposed to be a witness, and she's trying to pay him to hang around. When did Kanan meet Ghost and Tommy? Put that on pause, whatever that is. Somebody need to be on mute.
That's Ralph. That's coming from Ralph.
On mute. But when did Kanan meet Ghost and Tommy? Did they say in the first Power season? Well, we know Kanan's a little bit older than them. He met them in high school.
They were in high school, but he was out. He's a little bit old. He's a couple years. What's he, about 3 years older than them? 3?
Yeah, tops.
Like 3 years older than them. So he'll be done with high school, even if he even finishes high school.
He probably dropped out.
Regardless of the fact whether he finishes it or not, he'll be out of high school, and they will be in high school. So just to that's to answer your question directly. And I'm predicting. I know people that may not want to hear this, but I really don't. I said last season I don't think we're gonna see them to maybe season 4 because I just don't. There's too much. There's too much. There's too many loose ends to tie up for season 3. Season 3 is going to take place pretty much where this season left off because they're still in the middle of the war. So it's going to be at least no more than a week or two later, if that long. It just may be some days later when they pick up. And they're shooting season 3 now, according to the guy who plays Famous.
Yeah.
So they're already shooting it.
Yeah, and I'm making my prediction. I know that Rock is gonna have to come back, and I believe first of all, she's gonna have to finish off Sal. Sal, he's still alive.
Yeah,
right?
they got to get him.
Now Tony Danza is supposed to play a big part in
Next season
3,
yeah.
and he's like the main dude.
Yeah,
right?
he's an actual made man. He's a don over there in wherever he is.
I don't know if she's gonna mess with him. She better
not
head somewhere else.
They will wipe her out. They will wipe them out. She better not.
Well, one, he's just the main guy in Queens. That's why she to him before. That's why she got to him before Homeboy did, and that's why he said, "I'm gonna tell you like I told her. I'm gonna get mixed up with, blah blah blah, whatever." So, and whatever you do it and make sure you handle it. I don't want to have no parts of it.
Right.
I don't want none of the moolies.
Right, but what's gonna happen is he's gonna find out that he didn't take care of the moolies. So he didn't. Once again, they didn't get the job done. Oh God,
I just gotta say that too. These are the worst. These are the worst Italian. These dudes are the worst. I'm sitting there like, yo, they basically took out a few. They took out a day player, a special guest, no main characters. They took out some extras.
two security guards that can be replaced tomorrow.
The biggest person they took out was probably Worrell maybe. And if you want to talk Jukebox Mother, Aziza, like they're all like features. They're not main characters.
No, but here's the thing. That's the whole point. The whole point of that's why he said, take your ass back across the street to Jersey where we take out our trash. You ain't supposed to be over here. Y'all ain't nothing over there in Jersey. Y'all handle our trash. Y'all the bottom feeders over here. That's why you have to come over here to ask me for permission to come into Queens.
I mean, the bottom line is everyone knows what
he should have checked in before he came across the bridge.
Before he even came across the border. He should have checked in with him before he even came to Queens, because he could have been like, what the hell are you doing in my territory? Get out of here. So, in the hierarchy of this mafia, Italian mafia stuff, that dude's he's a don, Tony Danza. He's a made man. So you have to come to him for permission before you ever try to bang out in his city. And you don't want to, they have their thing is order. They like a natural order of things. And if you disrupt their order, now you're disrupting their business, and it's a problem. So, Rock beat him to it. This guy, how you gonna let Rock beat you to that? You're Italian, and you let the mooly woman beat
because she knew what you got to remember. This is chess, not checkers. She's thinking 5 steps ahead. She already knew what he was going to do. She had to go check him to make sure that he wasn't going to be trying to soldier up against her. She wanted to make sure that it was crispy clean before she went and did what she did. Again, like I said, that's why I said what they did was after they found out that Tony Danza wasn't going to be a problem, they should have sparked that whole spot up. Like it should have been level. Shouldn't have nobody walked in that.
Yeah, they should have went in there and shot everybody up.
And it's going to be funny that Juliana now all of a sudden with this newfound courage. It was just 20 minutes ago your husband was whooping your ass. Somebody she's dangerous. Right. Well, how come you didn't whoop your husband's ass when he was beating the shit out of you? But and you had to get and when Unique walked in the store, you was shitting on yourself. But now you dangerous 2 weeks later. But the thing about Juliana is, and I said this to my brother earlier, Juliana is going to hold knowing what Kanan did over Rock. That's because that's her trump card. Because remember, she was a part of that. She done put together already now that Kanan shot the cop. She was lying for Rock, saying, to set up Unique. She's gonna put all that together. So when Rock comes to see her or whatever, she's gonna have that trump card and say, I can blow your whole spot up because I know what you did.
Then you won't hear.
Rock's gonna end up killing her. I think she's gonna end up killing her,
They
but then
told
that
her she
starts
out of her league.
That starts a whole nother war.
She don't want no problem with them dudes, them Colombians.
Them dudes. Yeah, that's the problem.
And you should not be able to take out the Colombians with Lou Marvin and Lou Marvin and Unique. Nah.
Remember how it's gonna rock. Because remember what she said. She said you ain't the only connect in town, which means she gonna go rock with somebody else who'll probably 9 times out of 10 put the muscle behind her to give the help her when she pick up that work and also the muscle to get done whatever. Especially if she go to a rival. Nothing.
Yeah, I can see they bring now. Could Breeze? We're gonna bring Breeze in again.
I'm so tired of Breeze.
Wait, listen, I know. Could Breeze be the new connect? Maybe Breeze could be the person.
Breeze,
I know,
Breeze.
but everyone's trying to figure out if we've already met him or who he is and this and that. It's become this thing now because everybody wants to be the first to say, "Oh, that's Breeze. I was right."
Symphony. So far, Symphony's Breeze. Famous is Breeze. I've heard Famous now.
That's
Symphony's
ridiculous.
Breeze. Famous is Breeze. Breeze was the dude who opened up the door when Famous.
And it turned out to be the old man who I said it was. Who I thought it would be.
Omar Epps is Breeze. Unique is Breeze. I've heard like 7 different people that said.
Everybody
Breeze.
who don't go by the name Breeze, people saying is Breeze. So here's an opportunity to write in Breeze because maybe he'll be the new connect for next year.
I got a feeling old boy that went south is Breeze.
Well, that's Symphony you talking about.
Yes, I think Symphony.
We had a theory on that too.
I said Symphony
I had a theory on that too. Yeah,
because he knows too much. Remember, Breeze is a little bit older than Ghost and Kane and them. So Symphony knows too much to not have. He knows exactly. He knows what Rock is doing. He knows they Kingpin. He knows all that shit.
And on
Symphony
top of that,
is probably an old.
Kanan is meant. That dude to do anything for Kanan. So the bottom line is that's Breeze.
Or someone here, so Talk says, you know why we want Breeze? Because that's true. A lot of people seem like they're so obsessed with meeting Breeze because we know if we meet Breeze, Ghost ain't too far behind. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it. Breeze coming in, let's just say next season, kind of gives us hope. The people who want to see young Ghost and young Tommy gives us hope that they'll be coming in sooner than later. And you can't focus on them too much. This is still raising Kanan, so you can't. It ain't raising Ghost or raising Tommy. So
and just to tell people, it ain't gonna be a Marmy. The Ghost ain't gonna be a Marmy Hardwick. Everybody be like, we thought it was gonna be a Marmy. It's not gonna be a Marmy Hardwick.
And if anyone saw that teaser that they gave so many years ago, we already know that it's something. Now it might be someone they may recast now because that kid is probably older now. So they may recast. That was I think that was just like a teaser they shot specifically for that. Like they didn't shoot nothing else. And once we see whoever they cast as the young Ghost and young Tommy or whatever, they can still cast that kid from Shameless for Tommy because he's still young looking. He still looks like a teenager. So, but I don't know, that kid who was Ghost, he was already kind of tall. That kid might look like a grown ass man now.
I'm asked Kev this because my brother kind of discuss it. So, Kev, I said that they threw in that scene when just out of the blue. You ever catch feeling for me, Rock? I said they threw that in because they're going to have them be involved intimately some way. Do you think? Do you think they're going to be involved?
Oh, definitely. And even if it's not that they're going to be involved, it was a precursor to say that they're going to have to come together. Even if they don't become romantically involved, she's still going to feel like, or she's going to make him feel like, okay, she needs me. But then she's going to turn around and pop him on some dumb.
Can't trust Rock, man.
Because what's going to happen? Unique is going to get comfortable and he's going to slip. Because remember, Unique's already thinking about getting out. So he ain't really doing whatever else he going to do. So right now he feels like, oh, well, they came for me like they came for you. So, so us Queens people got to stick together.
Right.
And you see what I can deal with over here.
So you think that she's gonna do him like she was doing the other dude, or I think she'll let Unique just to keep it going. I think she'll let Unique tap. I knew she wasn't going to sleep with Cartier.
Listen,
I think she's gonna let Unique tap.
No, I don't think she's gonna let her smash because I think this is the opportunity for her to get Unique on her same page. If anything, what she pitched to him when they was in the diner, that might change his mind and be like, you know what? I might just work for you now. But listen,
Right. Or he might demand to be partners because he saved her life. You know what I'm saying?
Said,
now,
I don't work with nobody.
I don't work for people. I'll work with you, Rock, but only if we partners. And that's it. And then that's that. But like, I don't believe for some reason, I'm not sure if she's even gonna get to expand down there. I think that's all dreams. I think that's all something that she wants to do. I think stuff is gonna keep messing that up.
Yeah, no, that got deaded with the conversation with the dude that she had that she got the gun charge off with, and pretty with the slick hair. That's why they gave her that. That's why they gave her that 10K or whatever it was in that package. That's why they gave her that package. Like, yo,
because what's her name scooped them up, took her idea and scooped them up.
Yeah.
But everything was falling apart for Rock for a minute.
Yeah,
everything.
She was. That's why she was tight, and that's why she finally unleashed on Lou. Look,
Lou. I think that had a lot to do with it. Because remember, she was crying when he walked in. She was upset. Yeah. She threw the thing against the wall. Sympathy ain't there no more for her. Take her tension, her stress out on. Her and Kanan ain't cool no more. Kanan stealing from her.
But here's the thing.
How he sees it.
You went and bought a whole house for you and your kid, and your kid is like, nah, not so much.
You don't even want to be in it.
Going on? Yo, she tight. Lou had to feel it.
Somebody had to feel it. He was the one. He was the one in the firing range.
Respect Unique's intelligence. That's why he's different from Cartier. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think I'm gonna go against y'all. I think they're going to become. I think they're going to be intimate.
The reason why I told you
off emotion or what have you.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if they have one or two nights. But I told you off air. I don't think so. I don't think they'll be involved, and it definitely not like that, because number one, that's bad for business, and number two, I just think she, like we just mentioned earlier, especially if Unique find out she was a CI, I mean that's gonna change his respect for her, because he obviously respects her now.
And if he find out that cop is,
but listen, what a plot twist! That would be, because now you got a reason because now you setting up for the who killed JR moment. The who killed Rock moment. We already had the who killed Ghost moment.
Who killed Ghost moment?
Which
Which they handled terribly, by the way.
done, by the way.
That was terribly handled. Awful. Awful. Just awful. They tried a who shot JR moment, but they completely fumbled that, messed that up, and they forced it. First of all, they forced it on us. Next thing you know, he's this person, he's that person, he's such an a-hole. I mean, come on. Yeah, they changed his whole personality in order to do this in 5 episodes.
That ain't work. See, in this case, you got Kanan's mad at her. Unique is mad she's a snitch. You got Lou, who's sick of getting punked and want to be able to get her out of his life. And the only way to get her out is he gonna have to really kill Rock. Because I have a feeling if Lou try to leave, if be honest with you, if any of them try to leave, with the exception of Jukebox and Kanan, if anybody try to leave, she bodying them. Period.
Yeah.
So Lou already know what he gonna have to do to get out. It's literally blood in, blood out for him. Literally.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's very, very possible that is the case. I really don't see none of the brothers or sister killing each other, but I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's a possibility. It's a possibility that she's not gonna let him walk away, even if he tries. Yeah. So we'll have to see. And we lost Heaven Hollywood, but we'll have to see how it all turns out. And I'm downloading the tournament slides right now, and then hopefully. Now, Ralph, these things you got with the black background. This is all for this round coming up. Okay. Yeah. So, but we're good. So now, let's get to Black Adam real quick before our guest comes on. What time is Demetrius due to come on? It's now the 10 o'clock hour. Is he going to be coming on around 10:30 or?
He's going to come on a little later because he's still dealing with his client. So probably about 10:30 he's going to come on.
All right, no problem. So up until then, let's get into Black Adam real quick. So, Black Adam, as I said on the weekend recap, has done it's right under 210 million worldwide for the opening weekend. So that's definitely a great start. That's definitely a really good start. As expected, they were going to do more internationally, way more internationally than they did domestic, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. The whole thing is worldwide. It's over 200 million. First of all, obviously, I saw the film. Kev, I know you saw the film. Ralph, did you get a chance to see it or you didn't see it yet? Okay, no. So
no, I've been busy with Exotica all week and didn't get a chance to go.
Right. So, the film was, I'll give as less, non-spoiler as much as possible because it's only the first weekend and so people can get out and see it. But yeah, I enjoyed the film. I think The Rock accomplished what he was trying to do. He gave us a nice film with some new characters that some people may not be familiar with. You really have to kind of be a comic fan to be 100% familiar with the characters and at least a fan of the cartoons. Let's just say Justice League Unlimited, stuff like that, and maybe the TV shows. If you watch shows like Stargirl and stuff like that, you would know about the JSA because they're part of that. At least you'd know the name, the Justice Society. Now, the Justice Society, for people who may not know, they precede the Justice League. They were the first team up, like superhero team, and they're featured in this. Hawkman who played by Aldous Hodge, who brilliantly played by him. He did a really good job playing him. And of course, Pierce Brosnan, aka Bond 007, plays Dr. Fate. Now, these are two characters that are founding members of the JSA. So you might be, if you watch Justice League Unlimited, if you watch that when you was younger, or whatever the case may be, you'll be familiar with Dr. Fate. Because he appears on there, pretty often. And you'll definitely be familiar with Hawkman. So, like I said, man, I believe these people are. You have all of these review bombing going on, and I wouldn't be surprised if Walter Hamida was behind that. But then again, this still falls under his regime, so he gets he still gets some of the credit because this film technically falls under his regime, which really it shouldn't. By right, it shouldn't, because he did not green light the things that everyone loved about the movie. The Rock had to fight for him and go around him.
I had to fight for everything, including the ending.
Yep, go above his head. So Walter Hamida should not get any credit for this and any glory for this film, because he didn't even want to put it out, really. He wanted to go the way of Shazam. He wanted to, he wanted to go away from the Trinity altogether. The Trinity being Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. He wanted to go away from them altogether. He was going to just keep Wonder Woman in the mix and wanted to go the whole route of all of them women. He wanted to be in Batgirl and Supergirl.
Yeah, he wanted to go the route of fun.
Huh?
He wanted to go the route of fun.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and oh, okay, and then fun with sprinkle a little woman empowerment on top, and yeah, that'll get them to come. And let me tell you something. Thank God he's gone. So anyway, moving right along. Let's see. Oh, she's still. That was about Black Adam, man. I'm not gonna explain the film, whatever. All I'm gonna say is this: forget about what any critics or anything like that says. This proves that the audience at the end of the day is all that matters. Now, you may like Black Adam and you may not like Black Adam, but the bottom line is you'll never know until you go watch it. Go see the film. I thought it was done well. I thought, it wasn't perfect. There was some things in there, and me and Kev talked about it off air. There was even a couple of CGI things, but overall the CGI was good. CGI looked really good. The characters were pretty good. I wish they had a little more time to flesh out the characters a little bit more, especially the new ones. Because once again, it's hard for us. We can't go into this with our minds, Kev, because we know about these people, you know what I mean? And they did explain a little bit in dialogue, but it was just a line or two of dialogue that just kind of gave you the not even the tip of the iceberg of the backstories of the new character, if there's anyone else. They kind of alluded that Dr. Fate and Hawkman obviously has been around for a while. Because Hawkman, I don't know how. I think he lives to be long, very long too. Because they age differently. He's from another planet. Hawkman is not human. He looks human, but he's not.
Again, and let's stop calling them human. Let's call them superpowered beings, because that's what they are.
I said he doesn't. I said he looks human, but he's not. He's not even from Earth. He's from a whole nother planet. Thangaria, something like that is called. It's very close to Themyscira, but it's like Thangaria, something like that. That's a whole planet with people like him that got wings and stuff like that. So, that's one thing. But no one would know that because that wasn't mentioned. You see what I'm saying? like stuff like that wasn't mentioned. So they didn't have time to flesh out all of the new characters or any of their backgrounds really, just on some dialogue, a couple of dialogue lines. Um, but I also think, and this is not a knock on the film, I also think that it should have been rated R. I think the film should have been. It should have. They should not because it's rated R now. What I mean is, it could have been. It was rated R. They fought a lot to get it down to. They had to do a lot of editing to get it down to PG-13.
Here's the thing. Why would you want it to be rated R to give them one more reason to be like, it's so dark?
Because they say it anyway. They say the crap anyway. So, I mean, it's so dark. It's so dark. But yeah, so I see Demetrius is in the green room right now. So we're gonna get ready to bring him on. Friend of the show, of course, Mr. Demetrius Angelo, the the martial artist, the writer, director, producer. And he's also one of the creators and director of the festival. I mean, this man does it all. I don't even think I mentioned everything else he does. So I'm gonna bring this gentleman on. Always glad to see him and hear from him. Mr. Demetrius Angelo's in the building. What's up, brother?
What's up? How you guys doing?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you joining us. Know you're busy, man. You got a lot coming up this week. That's really why we got you here. The Urban Action showcase coming up. And I'm really I'm once again, I'm down here down south, man. I'm so bummed I can't get up there to it, man. But, I see you got. I was on your website. I see you got a whole metaverse thing going on. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on here? It's like, it's cool. Like, you go on the site and it gives you a whole instruction on how to move throughout the metaverse. And you guys are offering a metaverse experience this year. That's awesome. Tell us about that, brother.
Well, thank you. Well, pressure will make you, subdue or adapt, right?
Yeah.
So when COVID hit, I had to figure out how I can bring in all the attributes of my event in the virtual realm. So I started doing some studying, and I was already, training clients in the West Coast virtually. So it wasn't a far stretch. So I learned something called XR, which is extended reality, which is it's 3D gamification. It's full VR.
Right.
We do obviously AI and AR. So I started a company called Elite Metaverse Experiences, and started creating the same, I should say, immersive experience that you get in the real world in the virtual. So you can access it on any device, phone, tablet, laptop, desktop, but especially your Oculus, you can physically walk in an Oculus. So on your regular flat devices, it's 3D gamification, just like a video game.
Yep.
But when you're in the Oculus, you are physically walking through these spaces.
Nice. Yep. That is the future and the now. The metaverse experience. That must be cool. So now, let's just say, just to stick with that for a second. So whichever way you experience it, whether it's on your tablet, your computer, your phone, or if you decide to go 3D with it, the whole thing, the Oculus. So now you'll be able to kind of be in there, and it's like what? It's basically like you're at the festival, like a digital version.
Well, it's a real version because it's social. So 50 people can be in there at a time, and then it'll either what do you call it? We clone it.
Yeah.
The space. If we want everybody in the same space, we can clone it, and you can find your friends by looking up and seeing what room they're in. So if it's the expo, it's a real expo. So the booths are actually a little bigger than ours. Obviously, it's like 20 feet high, the booths. So it's sort of like its own Jacob Javits Center. And if we're doing a panel, you're like in the stadium and the people are actually on the screen. and the people are actually sitting next to you, so you can actually look over and talk to them if you want to. They can hear you, you can hear them. So it depends on what we're doing. So if it's a panel, then you're actually at the panel. If it's the expo, you're actually at the expo. If it's a screening, same thing. You can chat with each other during the screening or talk to each other during the screening. It's up to you.
Which we don't promote. Which we don't promote because even though
but what I'm saying is you're
it's
actually
virtual.
yeah. I'm just trying to explain that you're actually physically there with them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's awesome. I mean, it's a great thing. You know, something that I think every filmmaker at least thought about doing, whether they had the means or know how to do it. But because of what COVID hit, so it's great. But now you are back
live
in real life, in live, not in the Matrix.
Not in the Matrix.
Right.
But we do have a Matrix experience.
Yeah, you have a Matrix experience,
We
which
got
is
two
great.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. So tell us about now. This is gonna be November 4th, right?
November 4th and 5th. So November 4th, AMC Theaters, Times Square. We're back in Times Square, our 10th year. That's our VIP red carpet and reception and Urban Action Showcase International Action Film Festival Awards. So it's VIP. We do have a few tickets for the regular public, but it's all of our celebrity guests, our sponsors, our filmmakers. So Michael Jai White, Timac, The Last Dragon, Carl Scott, Soul Brothers of Kung Fu, Fred the Hammer Williamson, Don the Dragon Wilson, Amy Johnson, David Harris, aka Cochise from the Warriors.
Cochise from the Warriors. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So Hakeem the Machine Austin from WMAC Masters. So we got the whole crew. We call it the Day One crew. The majority of these people were with me on my first event 10 years ago.
Wow.
And by the grace of God, they all come back. Ron Van Cleef, the Black Dragon. And as you know, in 2019, we've passed the mantle of the Black Dragon to Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White, yeah.
So, they'll both be there.
Nice.
It's going to be I believe that it's going to be another epic event by the grace of God.
Yes,
and I'm excited and appreciate you guys for always, backing me up, and letting the people know.
Man. Bro, let me tell you something, and I'm glad you mentioned the 10 years, to be doing this, successfully for 10 years. I mean, nobody knows more than you how much you have to put in planning, and you really start planning right after this is over. You start planning the next year.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
So you literally you really spent 10 years planning this stuff year after year after year. I mean, just to be able to do that is an accomplishment in itself. I mean, I remember, some years ago when we first met. I think it was at the New York Comic Con when I first met you guys.
Way back,
and I bought a couple of your movies.
Yeah.
And I went home and watched them. I said, yeah, I like these brothers, man. They really doing their thing. You know what I mean? And I always like to support independent stuff. And I'm like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Get it out there. And then I didn't even realize. I guess you guys were doing the expo then when we met, or
no? I started.
Yeah.
We were. Me and Lamar was doing something called ASC Troopers Touch Entertainment.
Right.
Where we were creating action-based content that was multicultural and trying to break stereotypes.
Yeah.
So that's what we were doing there. And then in 2012, I started. I was at HBO from '99, but I started the Urban Action Showcase back in 2012 and launched that November of 2013 for our first year.
So because I believe I want to say when we saw you guys, that was probably somewhere around 2009, something like that. 2000.
That's when it was.
So
you got
man,
right.
That was good. So I mean, like I said, once again, it's a huge accomplishment to do that. So I mean, this year now, usually you are highlighting certain, whether it's movies or
Mhm.
themes. What's your theme this year? What's your highlight this year?
So Blade 20th. I mean Blade 2 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Super Cop 30th. That's Jackie Chan, Michelle Yeoh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Transporter 20th anniversary.
Wow, it's so time is flying, man.
Yeah, man. Avengers 10, Passenger 57 30th, Equilibrium 20th.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Equilibrium's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wow, this is surreal right now.
Yeah, and then I'm about to hit you with this one. Blade Runner 40th.
Oh, oh man. Yeah, that's right. Blade Runner 40th. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You kind of got me with that Equilibrium. I'm like, that's 20 years old already.
A lot of people slept on Equilibrium, man. That gun
loved
kind
it.
was off the chains, man.
I loved
and
it.
Taye Diggs, I think between Taye Diggs and Christian Bale, I think that was their first action film.
Yeah,
You know, so,
definitely probably for Taye Diggs. Yeah,
yeah,
that wasn't something. That's something else. Now I know you. I saw on the website. When did you? I saw on the website you had some cats out there, like the baseball Furies from the Warriors.
That was 2019.
That was 2019. Okay.
Yeah, that was 2019.
Yeah. You know, I didn't. I just realized maybe like last year that I think every few years or maybe every other year they're always kind of like honoring those cats from the Warriors and stuff like that.
And every 5 years down there in Coney Island.
In Coney Island, yeah.
So they have.
I
one
tell you,
next
man, that's
year
one of
coming
my
up.
favorites. Oh man, that's one of my favorites, man. That's one of my favorite
And
movies.
you know, it's a classic New Yorkers. You know, between that and The Last Dragon. If you from New York,
you had to have seen it. Yeah,
it's some movies you gotta be in your repertoire.
Oh man, yeah, man. We did a whole maybe last year or something. We were doing the films you had to see to earn your black card, you know.
Yes,
and that's definitely on the list.
Agreed.
Especially The Last Dragon. We were like, if you want to earn it or if you want to keep your black card, you need to see this film if you haven't seen it yet. And so I know you mentioned some of the special guests there that's coming out. Should be real cool. So now I want to go back to the virtual experience again. So the virtual experience happens on a different day, right?
No, it's open.
It's the same day?
It's open starting on the 4th for the expo. So people can go through and shop the expo, all they want to. And the lounges are open, and so are the fan experiences. Like we got the Woman King, we got Black Adam, we got Shang-Chi, all that stuff is open. The actual panels and stuff like that will be November 6th through 10th for the scheduled events. But one thing about the metaverse is 24/7, so it's always open.
Wow. I mean, it's so I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I don't want to tie you down, but I got so many questions about that. Like, how is that even gonna work?
I can show y'all a little bit if you want me to.
Sure. I mean, I'm like, man, I got so many questions about that because I'm wondering how I'm still learning the whole metaverse, and now we got these NFTs and stuff that's going. Like I'm learning, I'm getting onto that because I actually want some. I got some stuff that I'd like to, eventually get into that realm. Films wise. So it's very interesting. It's very intriguing. It really is. So
let me see if I can.
Do you have a screen?
Let me see if
hopefully it lets you screen share. I'm not sure if it lets you on that end. No, doesn't let you.
Hold on. I'm just reading.
Yeah.
Okay. Chrome tab. Boom. Bam. Okay. Are we there?
Well, I see you there. I can bring it on. There you go.
So what you're seeing now, let me do full screen. Are you seeing it full screen?
I see it. Well, it's not full screen because it's got us on the side here, but I see everything on there though.
Okay, so this is the Black
There we
Adam
go.
experience. So you can come in as an avatar
Uh-huh.
and make it look like yourself, like
Yeah.
Ready Player Me. So as you see, I make it look like me.
Uh-huh.
Or you can do it without it.
Mm-hmm. So
But
you can get like a first person experience
yeah,
and just kind of walk in. Okay.
correct.
Cool.
So as you see here, all I'm doing is using my WASD Q and E keys, just like if I was gaming.
Yeah.
So everything on here is active. So if I touch the screen,
Black Adam.
Oh wow.
You will be. Boy.
He's been asleep for 5
and then obviously we can
My vision has shown me the world.
we can
Black
bring it
in. Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. So everything in here is active.
Well, I do. Here we go.
So this is the fan gallery right here that you're looking at for Black Adam. I don't know if you saw the.
That's awesome.
But it's a really, really big space. So it takes a little bit of time to move around. As you see, we got the throne of Black Adam in here. We got the rock standing, hanging out right there.
That's awesome.
You know.
Yeah,
And
maybe next year we can get next year we can get the Rock to show up and
yeah, hey, why not
interact? Hey man,
why not?
This would be the place for him to do it. Urban action.
Yeah, so this is just, as you can see, it's just right off my website, as you can see.
Yeah.
So it's nothing special that you need. But like I said, if you want the full experience, you definitely have to get the Oculus.
Yeah. I mean, that's just amazing, dude. I want to really congratulate you on that, because that's awesome. I mean, just to be able to have that set up, you giving everybody an opportunity. You know, hey, I think I'll join. I'll have to try to jump in and enjoy to get me an experience or whatever. Now, for the people that can't make it out and they do want to have a virtual experience, how do they go about doing it? Are you selling tickets for that on the website or anything like that? You just go onto the website and do
it's free.
Okay.
So basically all of our panels and all that stuff, we're doing it on social media. So obviously Urban Action Showcase page or group. So you'll see all that stuff there. And then, like I said, the metaverse, just come to the site and click metaverse, drop down menu, and you can go inside anytime you want for that. And then we'll have special panels inside the metaverse, specifically where you have to go in there to participate in the panel.
Oh man! So now that's a good segue. What panels? Give me an idea of some panels you got going on this year.
Oh my, we've got obviously fire. Oh, excuse me. Panel wise, martial arts and cinema.
Oh,
we got that martial arts and cinema panel. We've got something called the behind the action panel. So what that is all these stunt performers, fight choreographers, second unit directors. These are all the people who actually make the action happen. You know, do the action. And then we have
heroes.
something called She Reigns, which is Sheroes of Action Cinema, which obviously it's women in action cinema. So we have that panel.
Nice.
We have a panel called we have the brand new it's called Game of Death Redux. So what happened is a guy named Alan Canvin, he took all of the original footage of where Bruce Lee is in Game of Death and remastered it and re-edited it and did the music over on it as well. So we have that quick screening, which is about 30 minutes in the panel. Then we have a documentary and panel called Flatbush Fists, which are martial artists in the New York City area. And we're going to talk about the preservation of martial arts as a whole. And then we have, let's see, I think that's all of our panels for this year.
That's-
We do
that's
have a
exciting.
special one with Warrington Hundlin, but I can't really say what that one is yet because it's his new project.
Okay.
When he gives me the go ahead, and we'll announce that one also.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Hudlins, man. I've been trying to get Reggie on my show. Yeah, because I wanted to ask him because I don't know if he may not be allowed to say much or anything, but the fact there's 2 movies coming out that they're tied to, especially Reggie. Well, the remake of House Party, is
No, they shelved that.
is-
They shelved that already.
huh?
They shelved that.
No, there's a movie coming out called House Party.
No, I know
that-
they did it, but they shelved it.
Who did it?
It was New Line. They did it again,
Yeah,
but they
I
shelved
just saw a trailer for one when I went to see Black Adam. It's basically, it's not like a remake or nothing. It's where these dudes. It has something to do with LeBron James. LeBron James produced
Right.
this.
Okay. Well, maybe they're gonna release
Yeah.
it, but
They're gonna release it. Yeah.
originally they had shelved that with Batwoman.
Mhm.
Remember,
Yeah.
Warner Brothers wants.
Yeah, Warner Brothers was going.
Warner
Yeah.
Discovery wants to cut $3 billion.
Yeah.
So they just
Exactly.
started shelving all the black people.
That's what I was about to say. You just took the words out of my
them on the
mouth.
shelf.
Put them there. Let's put them on the shelf. But yeah, I actually saw the trailer in Black Panther, so I guess they decide maybe LeBron fought for it. I don't know. Maybe they decided
I hope
to
something
release that
happens
one.
because it's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so you got that one. But then even with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, we know the original comic storyline with Shuri. Reggie wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember.
Yeah,
I was there back in the day in the 90s when Wesley was involved with that.
Yeah. So I mean, the fact that they may not be taking it verbatim, but they're taking some of that Shuri storyline. I'm sure, Reggie has something to say about all that. I'm sure he's involved in it somehow. He just probably ain't saying nothing. But I mean, the fact that they're, this Wakanda Forever, they're implying, more than implying that Shuri is going to take the mantle, just like she did in the run that he wrote.
Right.
I'd be interested to hear his commentary on that. What he think? So I mean, that's exciting. Honestly, of course we miss Chadwick and all of that stuff, and I really like to. But I think eventually they were gonna go this route anyway. As far as like letting Shuri take the mantle, because even in the comics, when T'Challa was kind of like incapacitated, he was in a coma or something like that, and Shuri took the mantle, and led the Wakandans against Atlanteans. But anyway, what I wanted to ask you before we let you out of here, we was talking about the problems that they've been having with Blade. That's going on. Now, if you remember, I think the last time you was on this show, we talked about that when they cast Mahershala. Yeah, and I if I remember correctly, you wasn't too in favor of that from the beginning, because as far as I remember, he is not a martial artist.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm glad you said it like that.
Yeah.
We're talking about 2 art forms: the art of acting and the martial arts. So when you're doing action, you need to respect both.
Yeah.
So if you favor one over the other, you're like, that's not him, that's whack. Or you'll say, oh, it's great action, but he can't act.
Right.
So my point is, you've got to respect both as an artist. And I was hoping that he would do that. I don't know if he has or has not.
Right.
But in life, you reap what you sow. That which a man sow, that shall he reap.
Yeah.
You can't leave the seed and expect the fruit to manifest.
That's right. You have to.
Wesley started.
Yeah.
And you I felt like, at least you made it seem like you left him out the conversation.
Yeah.
So, or perhaps you couldn't do it because you couldn't get the rights back to do that version, because at the end of the day, that is a new line, aka Warner Brothers production
property,
because they had the rights to Blade, as you know, just like Fox had the rights for Spider-Man and X-Men.
Right.
So that being said, I don't know everything that's involved, but what I do know is you got to respect the people who made it, who started it.
Yeah. I was expecting Wesley to be involved somehow. Even if it was gonna pass the mantle to Mahershala, like I was expecting him to be involved in some way, shape, or form. So now we just, I'm sure you in this business, so you know what's going on. They're having problems with the script. They fired the director, or he left, whatever the reason. They're saying that they fired him. First, he just said he left, regardless of the fact he's gone. Creative differences, the writer, which I had looked a young woman up who, she's kind of a new screenwriter. She's got a lot of experience as a script editor, but doesn't have a lot of titles under her belt as a screenwriter. Neither here nor there. Doesn't mean she can't do it, but it just seems like a lot. They're up against a lot, and I'm hearing Mahershala is unhappy and even contemplating pulling out if he can. I don't know how that's gonna work at this point, dude. I mean, maybe they need to kind of not cut their losses, but maybe they need to go back to the tank and say, you know what, let's bring Wesley in if he's willing to come in. If he's willing to say, oh, now y'all want to come to me, But what do you think? What do you think about that? Do you think they should just go ahead and say, hey, Wes, we need you involved in this somehow?
Yeah, I think that pride will always run you into the ground and cause you to miss your mandate and detour your destiny. That being said, once again, we coming back to the term respect. You got to respect the man that started it and made it work. Yeah. Because Sticky Fingers didn't make it work.
Oh, Lord have mercy. No.
I'm glad they did it, but it wasn't, it's still Wesley so far is the only one that made it work. And they used them to launch Ryan Reynolds and what's her name's career?
Jessica whatever her name is. Jessica Biel.
Biel. Career, action career.
Yeah. That's true. This is true.
See,
I mean,
you know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they're still where they are.
Me up after this year. Yeah. After every action is over, we're gonna really talk about it. I'm gonna say everything then. Because I'm gonna tell it.
Yeah.
Right is right and wrong is wrong, but I'm gonna tell it. Anyway.
Yeah. I agree. They need to kind of swallow. And to be honest with you, the fact that even Kevin Feige had went on record saying Blade is they recognized the Blade brand as starting it all, kicking off the MCU basically.
Yeah.
And for even to say that, I mean, I think it's kind of like a ode to the fans to be like, listen, let's get Wesley involved in this somehow. If he wasn't going to bring him back as Blade, at least get him involved, whether it's consultant or he's in the film. Hell, make him be Whistler. You know what I mean? Like something. You could have did something. He could have been Whistler, the guy who trains Blade.
Something needs to happen, but
yeah.
but this is. I'm glad you talked about this, because this is what we've been trying to change, as you know, since 2009.
Yeah.
Stop asking people to eat at their table and build your own. That's why you get mad, because somebody else is controlling your destiny.
Yep.
That's why you get a superhero every 20 years or whatever, because you waiting on the man to give you something when you got the tools to give it to yourself, and stop using someone else's name to justify your worth. That's our problem as people of color. We got to always have somebody else's name on our back. We got somebody else's name already through slavery.
Yeah.
Then we go buying somebody else's name through slavery of the mind.
Right.
To justify your worth. That's why we stay in the same place with the same complaints. And you know what? I just gotta go one ear out the other. I'm like, let me do this. If you want to be part of this, this is what we doing. This is our table. We're making sure that you have a leg in this table.
Yeah.
And this is what we're doing to build it. Everybody else gonna keep doing what they doing, complaining, and you're gonna keep waiting because you're waiting for someone that really doesn't have your best interest. Is only doing it because they know you're a buyer of their stuff and not your own. $1 trillion. That money ain't in our community.
Nope, it sure isn't.
That's what I'm saying. So,
and even the ones, I ain't gonna get too crazy with it, but even the ones that have the means to bring it to our community choose not to. Some that choose not to,
or take advantage. Where it's like, we just got to do better. We've got to do better. It's like this. I've always said, if we can get 10 people to be invested into something, we can build something, but we don't want to do anything together. We hate to do, we just don't, for whatever reason, that Willie Lynch that was embedded into us and our DNA and our mental DNA, unfortunately, is still alive. And it's very difficult,
alive and well.
Very difficult to find like-minded individuals that will follow through. A lot of people will say, yeah, let's do it. But when you start putting what they say to the pavement, the what to the pavement, whatever, your foot to the pavement.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's answering back. Everything's crickets. Maybe I should join the crickets. At least they making noise.
At least they're making noise. That's what's up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. As you know, I've been doing this for 10 years.
Yep.
I've been looking for people to partner. I said, yo, let's go take this to the next level and do the Javits Center. I'm like, the point of collaborating is to do something greater than yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? I'm trying, but until then, I'll just keep my flashlight on because that's all I'm doing right now by myself. I'm a flashlight. But we could be a lighthouse if somebody just stepped up and said, yo, let's do it. And then they're going to come running after you.
Yeah.
They come running after you then.
Yeah.
But if you tell them beforehand, they want to give you 50 cents and want you to make a buffet with some rich crackers and cheese. Some lettuce as garnish. But grandma showed me how to do that. So that's what I've been doing.
So you got to do it. And you've been doing it successfully for 10 years, man. And that is just, like I said, I can't express to you more how proud I am, from all the time, from all the way back when we met. You know what I'm saying? You just continue to advance, to grow, and just spread your message. And you just keep, you're setting that table for people of color. Been doing it, like you said, back when you was doing the films. That was the whole point. When you was doing the films, right? The action, opening that action door for people, to display people of color and get rid of the stereotypes. I'm really proud of what you're doing now. Always have been. And I mean, yeah, man, we gotta support this stuff. Cause this is, man, like you said, you got that panel. You mentioned one of the panels with the with all the the behind the scenes people
behind the action panel.
Behind the action panel. That's gonna be interesting. Is that gonna be online as well? Is that gonna be online?
That'll be online later. It's gonna be live first.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely want to catch that.
We do have another one online. Yeah, man. We we got
wanna
the
catch
best
that.
of the best on there. So it
Yeah.
ain't like I'm giving you house burgers.
Right. Exactly. You
That's what
giving
I'm saying.
steak.
I don't get it. We
You
got the
delivering.
elite. When you see, I wish you could see it. But when you see the banner I got, it actually represents everybody that's come through Urban Action in 10 years.
Yeah.
We've got a magazine coming out called Eastern Heroes Magazine where we featured in there. I think inside there's a thank you, but you're gonna see the list of people that's come through Urban Action from Batwoman, to Martian Supergirl, Martian Hunter Man, him.
The Martian Man.
From Stargirl, that's her sister. She was there. From we had Cyborg from what's it called on HBO Max?
From the I know exactly what you're talking about.
From the HBO Max show.
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
Right?
We had Cyborg.
Yeah.
He's been through. We've had from 5 Daily Venoms. We had the Centipede's been through. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Michael Jai White.
That was my favorite. My goodness, the 5 Deadly Venoms was my favorite. Oh my goodness, that bouncing around between those theaters, and I still didn't get to see all of 5 Deadly Venoms that day. I think I got to see like maybe a handful of it before I went to see something else.
Yeah, but my point is, we've had the best of the best come through. Terry Tagawa, from which is from Mortal Kombat, and of course plenty other things now. But I'm just saying, James Liu. We've gotten people. In fact, we've gotten people on Luke Cage. James Liu was the fight he was a stunt coordinator from Luke Cage. So in 2015, we got about 20 people into SAG. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I'm just saying we've done some things.
Yeah.
But because, you know what I'm saying, I guess I don't have, Master's name on my back. I don't know. What it is, but weird. My thing is this: you always gonna miss it when it's gone.
Oh man!
You see what I'm saying?
The thing I'll say is this: you don't need master stamp of approval. First of all, if you are basically shutting down almost every time you guys come out the AMC Empire, pretty much just like what The Rock just did with Black Adam, you guys are doing it, for how long you've been doing it for. I only been going for, I think, 5 years.
And thank you for your support.
But just for you guys to have that whole, like, the whole level. I mean, I remember the one year in particular that I remember. I still got my Blade CD, Blu-ray that I won.
Wonderful!
Unopened, and that day was so awesome to me because it was like the day at New York Comic Con when I went there and they had all the Deadpools. That day we had the Blade thing.
Yeah, that was 2018, the Blade Brotherhood, because it was Blade 20th anniversary. Yes, sir.
Right, and now you said this year is Blade 2.
Blade 2 20th, but don't forget this is 4 years later.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
this is man. It's important what you're doing, man, and I hope and pray you continue to do it, and it gets bigger every year because it seems like it gets bigger every year. You always got something going on, man. It's just so awesome, man. And now obviously we gotta get some, how do people know about it and get involved with it. I want to throw some stuff in the chat room too, so they know. I already put the earlier I had put the website in there. Is that the best place to go to find out everything?
UrbanActionShowcase.com. Click events or tickets. If you want to buy a ticket, just click tickets. If you want to see what's going on, click events, and it'll take you to everything. And then, of course, our page on Facebook, Urban Action Showcase, and then at Urban Action Showcase on Instagram as well.
Yeah, I mean you can't miss it. It's the same name, Urban Action Showcase. Just look that up.
That's it.
And you could just Google it, and it's one of I think it's the
It'll
first thing
come up
that pops
first.
up. Yeah, it pops right up first page.
Bam. It's like waving at you. It's like, hey,
Just one question. I know you said you can go to the website and look, but I just wanted to highlight something that you do every year. Do you still have like a bunch of artists that are there that do like their
oh yeah, of course, the expo. Yes, indeed, we do. The expo is right there on that floor, as well as those 5 theaters. So you don't have to go but so far. We've got Keith Williams this year as a guest artist, and he's done Marlboro, he's done DC, he's done it all. We've got a lot of people that'll be there, presenting their pop culture.
I love it. Listen, and just I hope this year brothers got their Zell and their Square set up, because I remember one year I came and I wanted to buy stuff and I had no cash on me and couldn't get stuff. Nobody had their Square set up and I couldn't buy nothing. I felt bad. I was like, yo, I want to buy stuff and I ain't got no money on me.
Well, you know what? That's us. We need to keep. We always want to stay and resist stuff, man. I'm saying we gotta use technology. We gotta use it to our benefit. Like you said, they need to do that. That's something easy. Even you freaking Venmo or Cash App.
Venmo, Cash App. It's not hard. You could sign up in seconds. Have that thing ready to go.
Especially nowadays, how people be begging for money on Cash App. It's like,
and if all else fails, you can use PayPal.
Yeah.
If all else fails, use PayPal, because you can use a credit card with PayPal. People can use credit cards with that. So I should hope that they have, the vendors or whatever are prepared for that, because that's, I mean, already know how many expos you've done. How many times every year you do New York Comic Con. You gotta be ready to get that money every possible way.
You got to be ready. And that one year it broke my heart. And I don't remember who the brother was, but it was like they were the last few people that was still there that didn't break their table down. And I was like, man, I want to buy some stuff. And I only had like $20 on me. And I think I bought one little 8x10 thing. But this dude had a bunch of stuff. I was ready to spend about $100 on him.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, because he had no.
He lost out on that one. Let me ask you one more. Let me ask you one more thing, Demetrius. Now, I mean, this showcase is just, I mean, it's great for people to go to. Now, in your festivals, or in have you done, or have you, if you haven't, do you consider, do people enter your festivals like independents and stuff like that? Are they able to?
Oh yeah,
screen?
It's an international action film festival. We're
okay.
We're 5-star rated on Film Freeway.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got over 15 countries.
Oh man, that's great.
And we've got over 100 filmmakers, 55 who are coming between filmmakers and writing.
Oh, that's
writers.
Awesome. Half.
And we screen over 40 hours of content.
That's awesome. I mean, that's important to know, because a big part of our demographic of this show are independent filmmakers and stuff like that. We broadcast to a lot of different groups on Facebook that are like independent film groups, stuff like that. That's very important to point out too, because being it, maybe for next year, if people want to get involved in this, look at the platform that you put these independents on. Because
we're the largest multiplex theater in New York City, in the crossroads of the world. You not in the back kitchen.
You're
in a premier spot.
That's what I'm talking about, and that's important. That's important for a independent filmmaker. Go ahead, Kev.
And that's why I say you don't need masses approval, because you are doing the damn thing. And I understand when you say, the commercialization of it to be, to get it on a bigger scale. It's going to come. But you know what makes it good? The intimacy of it being so small. I remember one. I forget the actor's name, but it was the guy that played in the movie with Wesley Snipes, the Chinese guy. I mean the Japanese guy. He played in what's the movie where he was in Japan with Sean Connery.
Ah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
That's Rising Sun.
Rising Sun.
Rising Sun. That actor was there, and I remember they had a bunch of rubber bands, and it was a bunch of them. I think you were over there with them, and they had a bunch of rubber bands, and they were like strength training with these rubber bands, with these homemade things that was made up. Man, it was like stuff like that is what makes this festival so awesome, because you're not going to get that nowhere else. Nowhere.
Yeah. I've been working, man. I haven't been able to come up with an action film yet. That's why I haven't entered your. I actually have ones that I'm working on. I'm gonna have to get up with you behind the scenes, man. I may have to employ your services to help with one of my get one of my actors back in shape for this film I'm doing, man. I don't know if you're still doing that. I know you
I
used to
do.
work with
Unfortunately, I
actors.
lost my studio during COVID because
Yeah.
they wanted you to pay that rent and couldn't go.
Yeah,
They
that's
wanted you to pay
crazy.
that rent regardless if you can go or not, which was crazy.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So
But I mean, we could always we'll get together on it. We could work it out and figure out where we can make it happen because she's right there in New York anyway. So, and I just want to get her back in shape. Get the fights going on. But yeah, man, I definitely we love you over here, man, and we really appreciate you coming out and checking it out. So just one last time, we know, so the show, you let us know when the show is happening, where it's happening. I already put the website up there. Just let us know one more time.
absolutely. Urban Action Showcase and Expo, November 4th, which is the red carpet and awards reception, and the Urban Action Showcase International Action Film Festival Awards. That's from 6 to 10. We do have a few more tickets left for that. It'll be celebrity guests, obviously. Our partners, our filmmakers, sponsors will be there. Then, of course, November 5th from 10 a.m. to midnight, we've got the action film screenings. We got the showcase screenings, the anniversary screenings that you've heard us talk about. The independent screenings. We've got 5 theaters. We have at the Expo. We have fan experiences, green screen experiences, VR experiences at the show. And then we actually have seminars. We have something called Firearms for Film. You can do that.
Oh, that's important. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
We have the Woman King experience where you can learn how to use the blade for the the kids. We have the Jedi Padawan training, lightsaber training for the kids.
Nice.
We've got how to shoot action film on an iPhone. So we've got a lot of things that engage both the fan and the professional when it comes to this genre.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I want to express to our core audience, which is the independent film, because every now and then we have guests on and we talk about stuff like that. We'll bring on cinematographers and talk about things about how to shoot action sequences. Or we had a whole panel of stunt players on once, and really talked about the importance of the safety and the stunts and stuff like that. So obviously in the wake of the terrible tragedy that happened with the what was the name of the Rust, the Rust thing where the cinematographer got shot, what I mean? So when all of these things is good. So what you just said with those seminars, man, that should be great. There was one you mentioned about shooting, right? Or something like that.
Firearms for Film.
Firearms for film. That's super important. That is super important.
Yeah, that's by X-Ring Masters, Hanshi Naquan Murphy. He does a lot. He's an armorer. He does a lot of.
Will that one be available online afterwards, or
no?
No. Oh man, I
that
really want to
go to in person. You got to do that one in person.
You got to do that one in person. Well,
Get a plane ticket and bring your ass.
I know, man. Oh man, y'all enticing me too much, man. I really would like to be at that one because that's just
When I get out of the hospital, I'm gonna be wobbling my butt up there. Someplace else, but I'm definitely gonna be in the house this year.
Yeah, you got to. It seems like it's gonna be big once again. All right, man, Demetrius, man, we appreciate you coming on.
I'm coming. I'll be there. I see you Friday.
Ralph
I
will
see you
be
that
there.
Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, Ralph will be there, man. We gonna have Ralph come and represent us and talk to some people and take some pictures, whatever. You know what I mean? And we will gladly the following week we will we'll promote and everything, whatever, show what
Please do let people know, man.
Yeah, let people know they got it.
Come support your reflection, man. Come support your reflection. That's really what it is. You support yourself.
Yeah.
Let me make a quick PSA. I don't make money doing this. This is not for money.
Yeah.
If it was for money, I would have quit a long time ago. This ain't for money.
Lord knows.
Listen, I own 2 corporations. This is not for money.
You know, I tell Wes and Ralph the story all the time. When that Spider-Man cartoon came out with Miles Morales, and I looked over and saw the look on my grandson's face when he saw him, on screen, and then I still get teared up about it.
Yeah.
And even after the fact, we walked out of there, and like his energy was different when he saw it. It's the same thing when I come to the Action Film Festival. The energy is different, and it's about us. And granted, it's a melting pot. It's definitely a melting pot, but it's us.
Yes.
For
Let's
us.
be honey. Yeah.
And
So
thank you for mentioning that. I do want to give you one little last thing because of what he just said.
Sir.
As you know, I'm involved with a lot of these pop culture events. So we were doing New York Big Apple Comic Con, right? And we had Mike Coulter there. So people know I was on Luke Cage with Mike Coulter in season 1.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Mike and said, "Hey, Mike, I got Timac here." He said, "Oh my God, I want to meet him." He said, "That's the first movie my mother took me to see in a movie theater."
Wow.
Oh, nice.
So here you got Luke Cage, this superhero, paying homage to Bruce Lee or The Last Dragon, catching bullets with his teeth, because that was iconic in 1985. That was the first non-blaxploitation action film to come out. Motown meets martial arts, because the last blaxploitation film was One Down, Two to Go, the follow-up of Three the Hard Way.
Yes.
So my point is, images impact, and we all know that, but people don't realize how they impact until you talk about your grandson. So I'll tell you about Mike Coulter, you know what I'm saying, until you hear these stories of people and how their lives have been impacted and changed because of an image.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the date that you say about the female. You had that female panel, right? Or the
Yep, that's the 5th.
I'm gonna try to see
November 5th.
On November 5th. I'm gonna try to see if I can get my get my granddaughter out there, man, because she loves action films and stuff like that, and that would be great for her to see, experience that. I mean, my whole family is pretty much still in New York. Like my son is up there, my daughter's there, and my granddaughters are there. So maybe I can get my son or somebody to bring her out there. That would be kind of cool. She would really she'd have a ball and something like that. That would be real cool. Man, I appreciate you, bro. And you gotta come back on. We can't just bring you on when you just do this. I mean, this is important. But you gotta come back on because we gotta kick it some more about some of these films that's going on. Talk some film stuff.
I'm
for some grab bags.
I ain't gonna have no sippy cup. I'm just gonna pour the tea everywhere. I'm just gonna be pouring it.
For real.
I ain't gonna be serping it. I ain't gonna.
Hold it. Wait a minute. Well, Demetrius, and with that being said, let me ask this quick question. It's kind of noisy here, that's why I'm on mute and stuff. But we've seen a lot of actors, and I'm kind of Marshalla, as portraying a martial artist on screen. Some of them have gotten by. Some of them has been kind of like, nah. Out of all the people that you've seen do martial arts that clearly isn't a martial artist, who do you think you could actually whip into shape to really be a martial artist?
I could tell you by work ethic, Michael B. Jordan has great work ethic. Whether you like it or not, Will Smith has great work ethic. Who else has great work ethic that you know from films on the screen? But that's just Halle Berry has great work ethic. You need to respect what she did in John Wick 3. And then when she came out with that film she did with Netflix.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Halle, great work ethic. And these are all old school cats in their 50s. You know what I'm saying? So these young folks, I don't know too many young folks. I haven't seen Black Adam yet, so I don't know how Hawkman did.
He did
obviously
good.
The Rock has great work ethic, but he's a wrestler. But I'm looking for some females to rise up. Well, you know what? I gotta give Viola Davis her props. Great work ethic. She did a great job in Woman King, even though that was Janelle Stevens, just so you know, was her stunt double, which she's obviously been through the Urban Action Showcase as an honoree. But I think it's time to go back to where we actually had real martial artists doing the action, because that's how it started. So Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, Fred Williamson, Ron Van Cleef, Carl Scott, Wesley Snipes. All those are real martial artists doing action films. So I think we kind of need, you know, Don Wilson, Billy Blanks. We gotta go back to the real deal and start playing the game.
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly, obviously. You know.
That's you gotta go back to that, man. Mike, I mean, it's really something. I remember the one time I met Michael Jai White at the American Black Film Festival. It was like one of the after parties or whatever, and this was some years ago. It might have been. It was before. You know, it might have been like 2008, 2000, something like that. And you know, we talked for a few minutes, and I'm like, "Hey, man, you know, I said I need to see you in something to really appreciate and show how nice you are." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Cause you've done a lot of films, but you know, you haven't done a lot of films where you really let loose on them." You know what I mean?
Then he came out with Blood and Bones.
Then he did Blood and Bones, and exactly.
You know that
that was something.
You know, Ben Ramsey. Came out with that.
So that kind of fed my thirst for a while. That kind of quenched my thirst a little bit. But I wanted to see him as some sort of comic hero. I actually wanted to see him as Luke Cage.
Well, he started. He's the first. He is the first superhero. He was Spawn.
Yeah,
first black superhero.
Spawn. Yeah. That'd be great. See, like I said, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. We didn't talk about those, you know, 'cause I don't know how you feel about the remake with Jamie Foxx. What do you think about him? He got good work ethic, don't you think, Mr. Fox, Jamie Foxx?
As an actor, he has great work ethic.
Right.
I haven't seen him physically.
Right.
I haven't seen him
the most I've seen him.
Way. I've seen him, of course, because Ray Charles was amazing.
Oh yeah, of course.
He definitely has great work ethic as an actor, but as a physical action person, I haven't seen.
Check out. I don't know how much is his stunt double that does everything. Did you see the joint he's got on Netflix right now? The vampire joint. It's called The Day Shift.
Already?
Yeah, it came out on Netflix. Yeah, the Day Shift. It's called.
Oh no, I did see Day Shift. Yeah, I did see Day Shift.
He had a little bit of action going on there, and then you had the other one that he did. Project Power. Project Power was on there. Those are kind of like action-y type of films for him.
No, man. Any given Sunday. I mean, steaming.
Well, I mean that. No, I know that, but what I mean is on the action tip. You know, like fighting.
For instance, Denzel Washington and Booker Eli. If if you look at the behind the scenes, he trained with Jeff Amata and of course Danny Inosanto, and he was training.
Danny Inosanto,
and you could see the techniques. You could see him do the technique. You could. A martial artist knows by the way you move. We know.
It's funny you say that because the main person who backs that up is the same person we was just talking about, Jamie Foxx. He said he rolled up on Denzel on some fan fish, like, yo, Denzel, what's good? Being loud and boisterous. And Denzel put that elbow in his neck, like, hold on. Hold on.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I think I don't know. I'll see. He's got a couple of Jamie's trying to get into it because he's obviously supposedly playing Spawn.
But that Spawn is more of a supernatural. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Remember, I had Tom McFarlane.
Right.
Well, he's also been doing Tyson. I think he's doing Tyson first.
He's doing the Tyson film too. Yeah.
I thought that got dropped.
It's possible. I'm not sure. We have to double check. But he was supposed to have been doing a Tyson film because that's the one that Tyson actually.
But Michael Jai White already did the Tyson film.
Yeah, I know exactly. The Tyson
but Mike Tyson didn't like it at all. He was like, he was not thrilled. No,
I just think it was more unauthorized. I think he didn't really, they're never gonna co-sign something that they didn't really have anything to do with. You know what I mean? So if he didn't have much to do with it, he ain't gonna co-sign. Just like this series that's going on Hulu right now, he hates it because he has nothing to do with it. So, and he did co-sign, from what I understand, the film that Jamie Foxx is supposed to be doing of him. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see.
I would have chosen Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, right.
In the work. I don't see it with Jamie.
How you like that Creed trailer, man? That looks pretty good.
I didn't see that one yet.
You didn't see the Creed 3 trailer?
Not yet. I'm glad you brought it up.
Jonathan Majors, man. That dude is Diesel in this film. Like I love him. He's really doing a lot, and he's popping up everywhere. And he's playing Kang the Conqueror in the MCU, which they just dropped the Ant-Man trailer today too. Ant-Man and Quantumania, and he's in that as Kang the Conqueror. But if you look at the shape that he's in for Creed 3, it's really good. He's in great shape, man. Diesel. I was like, wow, it looks really interesting. So, and Michael B. Jordan is directing this one, which is another interesting fact to it. Yeah, he's directing this one. Yep. I mean, Coogler's a producer on it and stuff like that, but Michael B. actually directed it. So wonderful. Check that trailer out when you get a chance. I know you're a busy dude. So check it out though, man. And come back to us, man. Let's get you back over here ASAP after the show. You can let us know how it went and give some of the things that happen. And like I said, hopefully Ralph always takes pictures and stuff like that, so we'll be able to boast that and showcase that once he comes back from it. Stuff. And that's cool, man. And like I said, man, thanks again for coming up here and joining us, bro. And we'll we're definitely gonna keep supporting you every chance we get.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. You have a good night, brother.
All right, you too.
All righty.
In 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace.
2 weeks.
Yeah. That dude, like I said, man, everybody out there for our, thank you everyone who in the chat room. I saw some of the chat room people being chiming in and stuff like that. And yeah, this brother has been doing this for 10 years strong. He is, fully committed to putting our people on the platform. Now, if you once again, you go to the website, and which I'll put back in the chat room, go to that website. I'll put it up on the screen. You can't click on the screen if you're watching, but you can go to this website, urbanactionshowcase.com. Check out all the things they got going. They have a virtual experience this year where you'll be going in a metaverse type of experience and seeing things that's going on there. A lot of the stuff is going to be online for free, where you can see some of these panels and some of the things that's going on. You gotta, it can't hurt you to support something like this. You're gonna see people, actors, and films that you may, if you're a certain age, you'll remember as a child, and if you are a younger age, you get to experience something, man, and be like, wow, this is, a lot of these things are the foundations of the stuff that you watch now. Sometimes I'm not gonna get on the youth, but sometimes the youth have a habit of taking that for granted, and because the stuff that you have now, and a lot of the stuff that you have now don't even compare to what they had back then, because it was more real and less digital, less CGI, less wiring, less stuff like that. So the wiring or stuff, that's icing on the cake to make it your experience a little more better. But go check out Demetrius in the Urban Action showcase as soon as you can. So that
And
was good.
sometimes a nice good kick in the throat makes it all the realer.
They got panels talking about firearms in film. All you filmmakers out there that watch this show, we broadcast to the group Black Films Rock. We broadcast to the group Black Independent Film. Yo, go check this out, man. You may wanna check out that panel about firearms in film. Now, it's not a panel; it's a seminar. You want to check that out, man, because that just means, a lot of times, once again, a lot of people rely on digital and say, we'll just use some prop guns, which is, a lot,
And
technically it's safer.
yeah,
We'll use some prop guns and then put the stuff in later, but you got to know how to put that stuff in or get somebody who really knows what they're doing so it don't look cheesy,
I'm
but
telling you, get out there and get there early. If you want to be a part of those seminars, if you want to, I mean, I mainly go because I just want to see the films. Like, meeting
right.
the actors and all of that stuff is great. But to me, my favorite part are the films, are the movies, especially the ones that I never got to see on screen. So it's nice to go there and be able to see, for the first time, the original Five Deadly of the undubbed version, the one with subtitles on the screen,
Yeah.
from Deadly Venoms, not the edited TV version, but the real.
Yeah.
Um, it was nice to see that. It was nice to see Cripple Avengers that day that I went. I mean, I can just go on and on with the list of they just give you all the, and they give you good action flicks on
Yeah.
top of that. It's just all about kung fu. They'll give you some
Martial
good.
arts all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. So yeah, that's what's up, man. I know, Ralph, you're still in New York, right? Or are you back in Jersey?
I am in Jersey. Actually, a friend of mine's want to hop on and say hi to you guys for a quick minute while she
Sure.
getting her. Yeah, but she's doing a little something right now, but she's gonna hop on in a minute. So I'm wondering if we could put back our hottest TV actress of all time. We could push it back a week.
Yeah, might as well, because
When
we went into the show. We kind of cut into our time anyway. So I was pretty much expecting that, but that's cool. It was I
and
wanted that. I love having Demetrius on, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, and matter of fact, the room I'm in, not only do I have a friend of mine that wants to say, I have another friend of mine that was actually in the Last American Virgin and sitting here next to me. He's kind of taking a nap right now, so he can't hop on. But he played a role in the Last American Virgin. So we might have to have him back on one day so he can tell us his experiences.
Oh, nice.
He's over there with the fake snoring.
Well,
I told him to come on, but I said, look, you might want to put a shirt on because like the sexiness might be too much for the audience to handle. And every woman here watching say, "Hey, who's that guy over there? Hey, you single? You taken?" So
no, that's awesome. It's funny because I've been corresponding. I kind of fell off with my correspondence with Diane because I was gonna try to get her to come on for our Halloween show, being that it's also like a 30th or something anniversary of Amityville, Amityville to Possession. It's like some sort of that's about 30 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, maybe you can come on for that. We just been our communication has kind of been a little shaky, more so on my end. Sorry, Miss Franklin. But no, that's cool. But I'll still get her on, because that whole Last American Virgin thing kind of fell apart because it seemed like what's his name to play Gary. It was kind of hard to get him back in touch with him. He didn't seem like he wanted to be here the first time.
No, he did. I think he did and I think maybe he was a little hesitant until he got the apology. I was just telling that we had him on the show, but he got the apology. He was like, "The hell with that! I don't want to hear that shit." So I think that's what made him say, "No, you guys finally got her to apologize after all my years, all the struggle had me driving away with tears in my eyes too. I gave my best."
My best wasn't good enough. Yeah, that's funny, but yeah, Diane's always willing to come on and kick it with us, so that's a good thing. But next week is Halloween, a Halloween show. We'll talk about it more behind the scenes, Rob. But I think we need to dress up for that one. We need to get some masks or something. You know what I'm saying? It's Halloween show, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to get something, even if it's just a mask. You don't have to go get a whole outfit. Man, you grab one from work.
I think I could. You know what? We got something at work. I go back tomorrow if it's still there. We could do it, but if this particular item is still there, I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna come on next week as that.
Okay, good. Yeah, I gotta grab something else myself too. Celebration. I've been looking for a Superman mask because if they have any, because especially Henry Cavill, because he's officially announced on Twitter that he is back officially as Superman, and that is great news. And we can all thank The Rock, who really had let me see if I can put this on here. Let me see. Just throw that little message up there. Let's go. Just sharing sound. Tell me if you hear the sound. There ain't no sound yet. Let's see if we can.
No, I don't hear anything.
Do you hear the sound?
No, but I'll find it online. Okay. I'll look at it tonight.
Yeah. So that is he's officially back. Let me just I'm still gonna share it for our people. Let me just share the screen with sound, and then we'll be good. Share audio, share sound. It should be there now. See if y'all can hear it now.
He wanted to make it official.
There we go.
I am back as Superman. And the image you see on this post and what you saw in Black Adam are just a very small taste of things to come. So there's a lot to be thankful for, and I'll get to that in time. But I want to thank you guys most of all. Thank you for your support, and thank you for your patience. I promise it will be rewarded.
There we go. Right. Yeah. I need my thing back. I need my applause back.
All right, wait a minute.
Hello, everybody.
I got a friend of mine that wanted to say hi.
Is this the show? Is this the number one show on the motherfucking block?
That's what's up. How you doing?
Oh my goodness. Yes, this is how we lounge in our hotel room for
I hear you.
This is the ending.
How was Exotica?
Debauchery.
How's Exotica?
Very profitable.
Very good.
That's good. That's always good.
Very profitable, baby. Yeah.
Well, I can imagine. Shoot, you always clean up out there, don't you?
And just for the record, we was just talking to Demetrius about movies that you had to see to earn your black card. Why Her T-Shirt is one of those movies.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
That
she
is
got
one
still.
of them.
I guess Missy can still hold on to the black card.
You know, I'm so West Coast.
Right.
So West Coast, I can't help myself. I think I even have a mask that matches my Boys in the Hood shirt, baby.
Oh man,
I'm
yeah.
ridiculous.
That's what's up. No, that's a classic. That's a classic right
Yeah,
there.
we went to the what is it, the Top of the Rock, and I think I was the only one that got searched. Yes.
Yeah,
Don't wear
racism.
things like this.
Racism. Racist.
They were scared. They was like, I don't know, you ain't packing, or you missed it.
I was like, you got a whole camera, a backpack.
I got a backpack, and they just let me right on it. Hers like, you can go on this side.
I got a mask on. I'm looking safe.
You got to get the random. You get the random check today. Not him.
I didn't understand, baby. You know?
Oh yeah, you get the random check today. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing our Halloween show next week, Missy. And I just told Ralph, I'm like, yo, we gotta dress up, man. It's Halloween.
Well, she got a
Get a
Halloween
mask
party
and
in LA on Friday.
Yes, I do.
You know
Oh, really?
I think I'm doing Donna Summers.
That's right. She's gonna do Donna
Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Donna
Yeah.
Summer.
I think I'm gonna even have like a little boombox tape player thing with a microphone hooked up to it on my hip, kind of connected to me, so I can have Donna Summer songs singing on it and just lip sing as I go through the party.
That's gonna be hot. I like that. I like that a lot.
Wow, that's really cool.
That's gonna be cool.
That's weird. What do you got, like the blue sequin dress? Like what you got going with that?
You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I have no idea. I'm gonna look at.
She wore blue a lot. She wore like that blue.
She liked blue.
She wore blue a lot. So
and I like blue, so this works. This works for me.
Yeah. You know what? That color works good with your tone, like your skin tone and stuff like that. You about the same tone as her,
Well,
almost.
thank you,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, of course. Red looks good on you too, though. But Donna Summers, she wore blue a lot. I know, like the blue.
So I need to get a blue sequins dress, is what y'all saying?
That might work. That might work.
That'll work. It sounds like an
And you
easy
got the
outfit
hair
me.
for
I
it too,
can
but
go
you
down
could-
Hollywood
you could-
Boulevard. Easy to
Yeah.
get.
Exactly.
Put it together. Bam! I'm Donna Summers.
There you go.
Oh man, that's what's up. So everything this weekend was cool for you then, huh?
Copacetic, baby. Copacetic, yes.
Yeah.
That's
Just long,
always good, man.
tired. Long hours. You see my
Long
face.
hours.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, where was it at? Where was it at this year?
Jersey. We in Jersey right
Edison.
In that same spot though? That's always
Yeah.
at?
Every
Yeah, it's
day,
always
every
there.
every day.
Every year.
Every year.
Every year.
She said every day.
Every
Yeah,
day.
that's cool. I haven't been there in a while, man. But I gotta make it back to that. And I guess maybe I'll catch the next one. They're all over all the time. Right?
There you go.
Where's the next one? In Florida or something? I don't know.
DC is the next one.
Yeah, DC. Washington, DC.
DC.
In, damn, 8 weeks? 9 weeks? 8 weeks? No. 5, 6, 7 weeks. About 7 weeks.
In DC.
Not very much preparation.
Yeah.
It's not. And you gotta come from the West Coast. So
I'm thinking about it because I was
Yeah.
thinking about getting my own booth, but now that I'm knowing that it's that quickly, I don't know. We'll see. If I can hire some people to put it together for me, then maybe we can execute this in the way that it needs to be executed.
yeah.
I gotta do
Yeah,
this by
that's a
myself
lot.
to make the
That's a
phone
lot of
calls.
work.
Ain't gonna work.
Because how big are those booths usually? Like what, 6 by 6 or something like that? They give you a 12 by 6 booth, depending.
Maybe I would say like maybe 7 by, about big enough if a person laid down straight. Yeah, maybe 6. Yeah, 6 by
4 for $12,000.
Oh,
No,
he said 2 by 4 for $12,000.
2 by 4
That's
for
a closet.
$12,000.
That's a closet.
For
No, that's
$12,000.
completely incorrect.
No. But I'm saying, yeah, because those things are
They're not that big, but they're enough for at least a good 6 to 8 girls to sign at a booth.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll stand
Okay.
next to each other sideways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stand next to each other sideways.
What is going on in the background?
Oh, that's his back. That's his
That's my background singer.
That's his filter.
Your backup singing. Donna Summers backup singing.
It's talking about you because you
No,
keep
I'm
fading
talking
in and
about
out.
him. This
The guy in the background.
About my background singer. That's
You want to come on camera, Jay, and say hi?
No.
You sure?
His belly too big.
Oh wow.
It's gonna take
I
up the
was-
whole camera space.
But listen, we got to roll. We got gotta get up early. We got to get the hell out of here.
Man.
So I'm gonna sign off a little bit early tonight.
Yep.
Deuces to everybody. We gonna do that.
Thank you, Misty. As Ralph, you know, Joseph had to shout her out. Oh, Misty Stone.
yeah. One of our fans that watched us on Hot Sugar Tea, he's like, "Yo, Missy Stone." She said, "Shout out my beloved Miss and beautiful Missy Stone."
Yeah.
He's probably seen you at.
Oh, thank you, baby.
He's probably seen you at Night Moves once or twice.
Oh, probably.
Maybe so.
More than likely, yeah. More than likely.
Yeah.
So all right,
I didn't even realize Joseph was in Orlando, Florida. I've been there. I was there for 7 years.
We know now.
Yeah, we know now. Yeah, man. So thank you, Misty, for jumping on. We appreciate you.
She said you're very welcome, baby.
We appreciate.
But I'm about to jump. I am about to jump also. Good night, everybody. I will.
All right, Ralph. Go ahead, and we'll wrap it up. But
next Monday, understand it. Cutthroat come back.
Cutthroat, the return of the cutthroat.
We might have a surprise or two for you next Monday. We got to see about that one. Even though it's our Halloween show, but next Monday, Cutthroat come back.
Oh yeah, we got it. It's a perfect theme, Cutthroat on Halloween. All right, Ralph.
All right, y'all. Deuces.
We'll wrap it up here.
All right.
Peace. Yeah. So Ralph, is out there doing his thing. He was covering Exotica, doing Exotica this weekend. So a lot, surprised he even was able to jump on. But that's the show, pretty much, people. It was a great night, great show. We want to thank Demetrius Angelo for coming on and dropping some knowledge. He was dropping some knowledge too out there. He was dropping it. Some of the chat room was noticing. They was like, "Preach, brother, preach." He's dropping some science. So we will definitely get him back on after the Urban Action Showcase. Once again, go out there, check out the website, the urbanactionshowcase.com. Throw it up here on the screen one more again. urbanactionshowcase.com. Go support it, check it out. November 4th and 5th. And then I think on the 6th as well, they got like the virtual metaverse experience, which you can kind of check that out starting the 4th. Go support the films, man. It's a great deal. It's a great festival, and it's us. It's for us, by us, right? So let's go and support that, man. Go check out these films and these icons as the unsung heroes of action films. The people behind the scenes, the martial artists, the stunt coordinators, the things like that. So should be good. Also, shout out to everyone in the chat room, of course. Thank you, everybody that came through. Doris, we love you. We like John was up in the building. We appreciate you, man. He said it to him. You better preach now. Everybody that came through. Tox, what's up? Thank you. All of our new members. We didn't get my man up in here this time around, but it's all good. He'll be back for our tournament. We'll continue the tournament next week on a Halloween show. Hey, we're gonna do something for Halloween, man. For I'll announce it as well so people can be prepared for it. If you want to either send us a photo of your Halloween costume, or if you happen to be dressed that night, take a photo. Or if you want to jump on screen that night, we'll bring you up. We want to see your best Halloween costume if you do it. If you celebrate Halloween and you're gonna be doing it, since we will be on the air live during that night, send us your Halloween costume, and we'll put it up. We'll show it off and see who's really, who's killing it for Halloween, who you're gonna be. So we'll put that together. We'll put it out there on the Facebook and put it out there and email and all stuff, so everyone can understand, know that we're doing it. And I want to see by next Monday, even if you have something going on before Monday, you take a picture. We'll put it up there. Make sure y'all get that to us. Like I said, just follow up on the Facebook and you'll see. Everything else, man, we're good. Shout out to Heaven Hollywood, of course, big bro. And we will catch y'all next week for Halloween, baby. Oh, big shout out to all of the birthdays coming up. We are now. You feel the chill? You feel the chill? We are now entering Scorpio season. So shout out to the Scorpios out there. Kev, you got a birthday coming up. Happy birthday to you on the early tip. Got a couple other people with some birthdays out there. I know Lyris Cross had a birthday, maybe today or yesterday. Shout out to her, actress, model, Lyris Cross, shout out, birthday. Everybody else who has a birthday in this month, shout out to you. Happy birthday. All right, we're out of here, yo. Peace out. See you next week.